Yes.
Okay, good. Um,
Holy shit, dude.
you go first.
Oh,
Hi. Welcome to Oh my god. Okay. Okay. We should have probably like prepped an intro beforehand. Um.
yeah, no, it doesn't matter. Wing
Okay.
it.
Okay. Let's start over. Let's start over. Okay.
Sorry, everyone,
Shush.
gotta
Shush.
leave.
Shush.
Joy is live.
Hi, y'all. Welcome to the very first episode of Hot Butter Takes. I'll be your host today. My name is Joy, aka Joy's Delivery Service. I'm a variety streamer on Twitch.tv. Um, and yeah, I'm here with two of my very very good friends. How are you guys doing?
Hi, I'm Brooklyn Sheher. I am a terminally online music nerd. Uh, Mostly into alternative rock, but leaning into some EDM and metal as of late. Uh, and I will pass you over to my loser friend, Julian.
Fuck you. I'm, I'm, I'm Julian, any all. Um, I'm also less terminally online, but still very online. Music nerd, film nerd. Yeah, I like film more, but I really like death metal, black metal, screamo, scams. Also, yeah, house, techno, uh, she like everything. But I love metal and punk.
Yeah, yeah. I'm like I don't know how would you guys describe my like my taste in music?
Quirky.
You already know
Oh
yeah,
my
I
god!
was
I
about to
can't.
say.
Ah!
What were
I
you
fucking.
expecting? You
Oh
were
my
gonna say
god.
anything else other than quirky?
Okay, okay. So that's what we're doing. Okay,
Yeah, that's how we're gonna
Um.
play this.
that's the game
Anyway,
we're playing.
so we're covering the
Also, hi Scylla.
discography.
Hi.
We're covering the discography of Machine Girl today, and then following it up with new albums from Tyler the Creator, The Cure, and um,
Mount Airy,
Mount Eerie, Phil Elverum,
Okay, Phil Elbrum. Yeah.
as
Fuck
well
and
her.
as the
uh,
classic album Belle and Sebastian, chosen by Brooklyn Belle and Sebastian's If You're Feeling Sinister.
uh, so let's jump into it. First
Yeah,
album on our plate,
Machine
Wolf
Girl,
Girl.
Hey yo, Zilla,
Uh,
thank you so much
electronica.
for the resub. Thank you for the 3 months,
uh,
man. Holy shit.
The Twitch streamer genes are real, man. You just see one message. Hey, thanks Zilla for the 15 bits.
the 15
But
cent.
it's but that's huge. Shut the fuck up, monkey, dude. Don't be rude, man.
Anyway, let's hop into it.
Thank you
Wolf
so much, Zilla.
Girl.
Wolf
Yes,
girl.
Wolf Girl, debut album by electronic footwork digital hardcore band. This
Band in
time it was
quotation
still a
marks.
solo project by Matt. I
Yeah.
don't know his surname, from America. And
Already misgendering Matt. Good job.
Oh my god, dude.
sorry. I mean, it's not
We're
very.
not even 5 minutes in.
The music is too male brained. All right.
That's
5 minutes in, we're already
insane.
canceled.
Cancelled
That's
first episode.
crazy.
Cancelled first episode. No,
But yeah, I mean, hey, this is a cult classic at this point. Um,
it's
classic. Yeah,
uh, it's good. It's not the best
I like
footwork
it.
album. Uh, it just isn't. Um, Double Cup by DJ Rashad and Rooms by Machine Drum were both better, and I'm sure there's other ones that are better too. But it's a good introduction to footwork.
Yeah, this was my intro. Yeah.
I've known
And
it since like 2021 or so. It was like same way I learned about like ex-military and shit. Getting
Oh,
recommended on
really?
YouTube. No, Like I think a lot of people have that experience because it's apparently very likely to get recommended, and I mean the
Yeah, it's
cover is
kind of
sick.
YouTube recommendation core.
I mean, if you get that cover and you click on it and you get that MG1 sample, I mean, you
Yeah,
have to listen.
Yeah.
yeah.
Just
To
scratches the
talk about
brain.
the sample work, it's iffy in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's good at
I think
times,
it's a,
but there's times where it's really corny too.
I think it gets
Um,
tiring after a while.
I don't know. I don't know. I think it perfectly exemplifies, the atmosphere of everything. It's just like it feels like the obvious inspiration for this is just those Gonzo Japanese movies. Obvious
Yeah.
Machine Girl, Takashi Miike, and I mean, you know, it fits it really well. Like I wouldn't even say it's like viewing the style so much as it actually feels like a part of it, if that
that's
makes
true.
sense.
Yeah.
It's
I
like
wouldn't, like a
campy
lot of
Gonzo.
breakcore, a lot of like breakcore drum and bass, that's like very intimate bass. It feels more spectative of a style that it tries to like rip,
Yeah, a
while
lot of drum
mach-
and bass,
r-
especially Atmo drum and bass and breakcore, is just very derivative and very. Uh,
and the aesthetic just surface level aesthetics.
how do I
Bulger
say that?
actually understands what the aesthetic
Um,
is and just goes full into it.
it's a lot of breakcore and D&B is very like poser terminally online. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah.
Lane. I love Lane. I
yeah,
love
I love
Yeah.
Signature
Lane.
all day.
Um,
I
but
love Sewer Slut.
Real.
but
Yeah, I
often.
wasn't like feeling it as much this time around. So like I hadn't heard it in years. Um, but yeah, again, this was my intro to like this sort of thing. Um, like period, and like I really liked it. I think I gave it an 8 because I was like quite blown away. I was like this is pretty cool. Um, but yeah, I wasn't feeling it as much. I
uh,
don't think it is aged like that well.
Yeah, that's an issue I have with it. It hasn't aged that well, especially
Yeah.
the drum sampling. I think hasn't aged
Oh
that
yeah,
well.
yeah, yeah. Oh,
Um,
I
I
don't
agree.
care. It rips. It rips all these years later. It still fucking
So
rips. I
yeah,
love
there
it
are
to
some
death. I love it
songs
to
that like
death.
there are
Those
like
first 9
tracks.
tracks are genuinely unbelievable. I mean,
Yeah,
come on, you
I
get
can
into
see that, but
Ionic
then
Funk,
yeah,
Crystal, Ghost, Ginger Claps, and I mean
Out by 16, Dead on
Nacy. I
Scene
mean,
is
Out by 16, Dead by the 16. That's such a good track.
that's the best
um
one on the album.
yeah,
Nah,
I'm not sure I
it's
agree.
Frenacy. It's
Yeah,
Frenacy.
Frenzy
Frenacy
is
is just like euphoric
That's
shit.
true.
I love it. It's the best
it's a
track they've
That
ever
hardcore
done.
banger.
yeah,
It's a hardcore banger. Uh,
yeah, but
which
I
is
don't think the
something
second
that I
half.
feel like the album is kind of missing a lot of for the
Yeah,
most part. The album's very like a hazy atmospheric album, but it doesn't quite have the kick, the punch to it that you'd want from like a hardcore breaks
it doesn't go
footwork
that extra mile.
uh, uh project at times. But on Frenazy, um it's a hardcore banger, you know.
So for
I don't know.
notable
I
tracks,
don't look at it as hardcore. I don't really look at this as like a very hardcore oriented project. For me, it's dance. It's a danceable album. No, and that's why it works. The synths are incredibly danceable. The breaks work.
I'm
Everything
not
just
sure if I find
feels.
it very danceable. I find it very atmospheric, very
yes,
I mean,
yes,
the
like
atmosphere
I'm with the
helps,
Brook
but
on this
like
one.
they're very much they're both. I mean, obviously, atmosphere is like yeah, top notch. This succeeds in what it wants to do. But it's the dancing. Yeah, the grooves are great. It's the breaks got a kick to it. I mean, they're not. Sometimes I can feel like the drums on old, modern breakcore can be so damn weightless and just I mean, yeah. Fuck.
What
So
would you
consistent.
guys place it? What would you guys place it on the tier list?
Yeah, I place it at A tier. It's
Are we
it's
are we doing the
amazing.
tier list like afterwards?
Yeah, but I'm compiling it
Oh,
as we
okay.
go, so we can
Yeah.
go over it
Doesn't
after.
matter.
Uh,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
you so
It's an
you said A, Julian?
yeah,
Yeah,
it's an
Julian
A.
said
It's
that.
an A. It's definitely.
I would
I
say I
would
would say I would say B.
I would say a high B.
Yeah. Yeah, high B sounds about right. Yeah.
Uh, all right. So Gemini.
Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. Oh fuck. I hate this album with a passion.
Really?
Yeah, it's so fucking boring. It's crazy. I haven't heard a more boring album in my life.
Oh,
Uh, I don't know if I
really?
go
That bad?
that far.
like
Um,
after a while I just zoned out.
the
I just
atmosphere
did not
definitely
care.
isn't as strong as in Wolf
It's
Girl.
not, yeah.
Um, and it can
Wait.
feel sort of
No.
incoherent as a project because
Yes.
the aesthetics don't really get any ideas across. They're just there to be aesthetics. But I
Yeah.
wouldn't go so far as to say it's like the most boring album I've ever heard or anything.
Oh, it's up
It,
there for
it,
me. I
it
went
it's
in like expecting to like it, like so maybe I went in with the wrong expectations, but like from what I had heard from it, I was like, this sounds like more up my alley than something like Wolf Girl.
Me.
And I was like, I actually look forward to this. I could not get into it whatsoever.
uh
Me. For me, it's like Wolf Girl 0.5, 1.25 or something. It's just it feels like Wolf Girl outtakes.
it kind of does, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
Like,
it's like
only like the one thing is that it feels
uh
it's a lot
but
brighter, and that's kind of when it my positives lie in the fact that it can sometimes be very upbeat, very bright, and I like those moments a lot. Some synths
wait, do you hear
are great.
wait, I'll check.
I think I like Lilith and the ending section of Love Me Then. Love Me Then. I forgot the track name.
Let me check what it's called.
Is there popping coming from my mic?
Yeah, there's
yes.
popping.
I'll be damned. Yeah, I can hear it in you guys too. So kind of
You can hear it
fucked right
from
now.
us?
Still hear it? I can
Do you
hear
hear
it
it
on
from
you
me,
too.
Brooke?
No, I don't hear it from you.
I don't hear it from you either.
Try joining rejoining call.
This is going great, everybody. Put up the technical difficulty sign, everybody. Variant, put up the difficulty sign.
Let's just leave and rejoin call really
Oh.
quick.
Yeah, like let me do it.
All right, is that better now? Julian speak.
Julian? Hello? But chat, can you guys hear me and the other two like well? Like aside from the popping from Julian. Yes, the audio is good.
All right.
Fire. Okay.
Yeah. As I was saying, on Gemini, it's very empty aesthetically. I feel very surface level.
Yes.
It's kind of boring.
Yeah.
In that sense.
Yeah. I don't really like. Yeah, I have a hard time. Yeah, the texture just isn't as strong. I have a hard time like
Yeah.
imagining where I am. You know, like because I feel like, you know, say what you will about Wolf Girl, but like what it really gets for me is like this like kind of like cyberpunkish soundscape that is like really interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah, it feels like futuristic, while like kind of like, I don't know. Yeah, it has this like really cool vibe. Gemini just doesn't hit the same like at all.
yeah. Also, the brakes are kind of weak in Gemini.
I agree.
Um, like it, they're not as catchy at all.
That's like a
Um,
highlighting Wolf Girl for me,
yeah.
and it's just, yeah, it does not like, it just does not keep up in Gemini for me. As for notable tracks, were there any tracks that you felt like stood out on this one?
Um, yeah. Missy Punk, I feel stood out a
Yeah.
bit.
Mm-hmm.
Um, in general, the second half is stronger in my opinion.
Okay, interesting. Yeah,
Uh,
I'm not sure I agree. Also, I fucking apologize for my voice. I've been sick for like a week. But I wanted to do this anyways. But I do apologize. I don't sound like this usually. Brooke can confirm.
yeah.
But yeah. Anyways, what were you saying? Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, I think the second half is stronger, so I think it's more likely you'll find a standout track there. But
Mm-hmm.
regardless, Monkey, I mean Julian, you're muted, by the way. Uh, um, no, like you're actually muted.
Yeah.
Anyway, uh,
Wait.
let's let's take a quick technical issues break. Uh,
Yeah.
I have to go to the washroom as well. Uh, so.
Yeah. 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 Of course. Yeah. So this is the first episode, right? So we don't have logo yet. Um, I should also probably, since this is um like a live streamed podcast, I should probably add like I mean I could probably just add like my regular BRB screen. Um,
Hello. Yeah, this is
Hi. Can you hear
yeah,
me, Julian?
I can hear you, but I don't fucking know what the fuck is happening because my Discord is just kinds of fucked.
How so?
I don't know. Now, this is nice to happen. Just suddenly my mic starts popping and then no, there's no connection.
What fucking mic did you get, dude?
I just bought it cheap. Fucking hell. All right.
Hello, I'm back. Did we get the
Welcome.
technical issues fixed?
Yeah. They sound all right now. Yeah.
All
Why
right,
are there two? Okay, never mind.
they're waffling.
Um. Oh, now they're muted. Julie. Damn.
Julian, unmute.
This is unfortunate, dude. Bro bought his mic from the back alleys.
Just stay on this. Just stay on this account. It works like this.
Hello. Yeah, I don't fucking know. I'm restarting everything. What the fuck?
No, it's fine. You can just do it like here. Um,
Bro bought his mic from back alleys. I can't, dude.
Basic. I don't fucking know. I just bought a cheap one, but just every fucking time, then it started popping, and now it just the fucking Wi-Fi is just done. I don't know.
Are you guys reading chat, by the way?
I'm not reading chat.
Okay.
I'll
I'm
pull it
not
up.
going to. I'm scared. I have to hear my own voice. I don't want to hear my own voice.
You can mute stream.
Yeah.
No,
It's not that hard.
that's boring. I'm lame.
All right. So where do you guys place Gemini on the tier list?
Are we
F.
still gonna? We still have to discuss it. We barely
You
discussed
have
it.
to.
No, we're done. Do you have anything to add?
Yeah. Do
Julian?
you have anything to add about
I don't
Gemini?
fucking. I only
We
have to
already
add that
covered.
it's just like it can be very, very, a lot more ethereal. You know, I mean,
It definitely tries to go for that, but I'm not sure
yeah, I
it's.
don't know if it fully works, but it's like you can. It at least creates a lot more uplifting, upbeat atmosphere, and I like that. And it's not like heinously bad. I think like
I
Joy is
think I think it's a
describing it now.
massive. It's a massive. Like this is one of the like. This is like one of the worst like step downs like from a debut like in a long time that I've seen. I don't think it's like yeah. I think it's either an F or low D.
An F.
I hate
Really?
this album. I hate it.
No,
I would give it a low D. Um,
no, no.
yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, all
D.
right.
T.
Yeah.
Are
Okay.
you giving it
Yeah.
an F or a D?
I put it in. I think I put it in C. That's mid, right? It's a
Uh,
mid tier album.
yeah.
Very simply, it's just very
Oh, I
mid.
What
don't.
about you,
So
Joy?
okay,
F or
okay,
D?
okay. So wait. A D, I guess.
D. All
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
sure.
I mean,
Sure. One of the.
yeah, yeah. I mean,
Uh,
Yeah.
it's not like. I mean, I think it's really bad, but it's not like painfully bad. It's not like it's not like one of the worst
No.
things I've ever heard. D.
Yeah. It's a C for me. It's like mid. It's the
Oh, it's
massive
below mid
step
for
down
sure.
from. It's a massive step down from. Wolf Girl just feels like
Yeah,
thrown out IDs.
yeah.
yeah, I can agree with that. So next up is Because I'm Young, Arrogant, and Hate Everything You
Oh
Stand For.
my god, dude.
Yes.
Oh my
Yes.
god.
All right.
Um,
So.
is
Yeah.
this
Just
gonna be
let you
the?
to.
Yeah, I think this might be the chat's first zero.
Yeah.
Is it?
Okay. So let me just say
Actually,
this. I can
yeah.
see why you would like place this as the worst album. I don't exactly disagree, but there's definitely an album that I dislike more, and we'll get to that later.
I don't.
But yeah, this is
Wow.
definitely like near the
There's
bottom.
another one in here that you hate more. I didn't expect that.
Yes, there's an album that I hate more. Yes.
Luke.
Unfortunate. So, the vocal effects.
Yeah. Jesus
Oh my
Christ.
god, dear lord.
Holy
There's
shit.
so many on them, and it sounds so muddy at times.
Yeah.
It's so muddy.
What
so-
the fuck were they thinking, man? Like
It's
there's one
awful.
thing being not like confident in your voice and using a couple the pitch shifting it or whatever. It's a whole other thing for this record. It blends into the music. It's and not in a good way either. It sounds so ugh.
Muddy
Describe it.
and uh, how would you describe it? It's like um,
It's like it's all so
it's
muddy
all
mixed
effects.
up.
It's all effects. Like you can't hear at
Even just
all what it would
it
sound like
doesn't.
normally.
And his
It's
voice
all
itself
effects.
doesn't really have like, and his what he's saying is there.
Oh my god,
It doesn't
dude!
really have.
Chill!
It doesn't have a particular rhythm to it, you know. Like
Uh,
it feels like he's ranting in this weird
Oh my
way, and
dude,
it just
dude.
it's
Chill,
wrong.
dude.
It's
You're
wrong.
misgendering them over and over.
who is
Fuck.
Julian? Or am I doing it too?
No, Julian. Refer
Yeah, like
to
Yo,
sorry,
stop
but they
trying to get us
I
canceled.
I, okay, next Infowars, you know. Trying to get invited on Infowars, like my idol, Kanye West.
Okay, okay. Let's stop.
Jesus.
It's over.
Oh, first and ban request of the day. But like yeah, they use so many vocal effects it's so weird, but
um,
there's this weird ranting that they do, and it's just
yeah, it is kind of ranty. Like the lyrics don't feel like there was any real thought
like
put
my
into
first
them.
thought is,
They,
you know,
they,
a couple
they're
tracks that I've heard of The Fall and shit. It just doesn't fit the music. It just, I mean, the lyricism isn't good, you know?
the lyricism is very
it's terrible.
immature. It comes off very try hard.
Oh, it's
Which
super
might be what
edgy.
they're going for, but
Eh.
it still comes off corny, even if it's what
And
they're going for.
Yeah,
like
it's
I
like
described,
it's like
I
even
described,
edgier than Wolf Girl,
yeah,
Yeah.
like
and that's a bad sign.
I described like a lot of breakcore drum and bass besides Wolfgirl as like being very spectative of an aesthetic. That's what because I'm young arrogant feels like.
For
It
like
feels
punk,
like an
yeah.
edgy. It feels like it's just become
It's
almost
trying as
stereotypical like
hard
hard
as it
digital
can.
hardcore.
Yeah, it's
While the
trying
other
as
project,
hard as it can be to be an edgy hardcore punk record, but it comes off
yeah,
toothless.
I,
Um,
I will say I don't hate it. I like I'm making it out like I hate it, and there are a lot of things wrong with it, but it can actually be very. I think the opening track is amazing. That was one of the few
Really?
tracks that I remember, and I think it has a lot of energy. I think that track
the opening track?
slaps. Yes, the opening track. I
The
think the
title
opening
track?
track
Really?
is amazing.
I like a
Yes,
Toss the Go Go, but
yeah, I thought the Go Go is good
Yeah,
with
that's
the Rise Above
that's like the
sample.
only song I actually like.
The Rise Above sample. I think the one with the Japanese text is also really good. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like when they mix a couple smoother sounds in, even they do that on Fuck Up Your Face. You guys were making fun of. I saw when you were listening, you were making fun of a line on that song.
Which one? I can't
Was
remember.
it? Yeah.
yeah, which one? I don't remember.
Fuck her hard until she comes or something.
Oh
I think that's
yeah, it
like.
was like
I think that puts the lyricism in perspective, doesn't it?
yeah, fuck her
You
hard
know?
until she comes blood. I think it was.
No, it's
Yeah,
just until she comes. It's
Oh
there's no
okay,
blood. You know,
okay,
it's
no
not
blood.
Cannibal
Okay,
Corpse.
it's not that bad.
okay.
Yeah, no, it's what a yeah, it's goofy, but I still think it's all right. It's just like it's very clear they tried to go for a new style, and they
yeah, the thing is,
fall
It does
flat.
not pay
It's
off.
just
It does not pay off.
it can get somewhere, but you could tell they're
I
still trying
think
to.
Machine Girl's digital hardcore ethos doesn't really get anywhere on this album. It
No.
does later, I think.
Yes.
I
Yes.
think
No. I agree.
I think almost every album of theirs gets better once like every album starts getting better, starting like starting here, or starting on the next
Yeah, but
album.
like up until this point, I would say, it just like went downhill.
Yeah,
This is not my least favorite digital hardcore Machine Girl, but it's like
it is mine.
it's definitely not their best work.
I feel like it's their most immature. It's their least developed. Um, and like what they're going for here has been done much more interesting on like a few Death Grips tracks or like Atari Teenage Riot or something like
Yeah,
that.
uh,
Um,
yeah. What are the other tracks? Yeah, some
and
Gabber influences. I noticed some Gabber influences. you know.
Um,
It's yeah, it's not.
and
It's not
Matt
it.
is just not a good screamer, in my opinion. Like, I
I
later on we're
I
gonna talk about this
I feel
later
like they're
in
getting better.
MG Ultra. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But he got a new vocal style, and it started instantly improving his
Yeah.
songwriting and his.
Uh, Let me
But it
finish this
sounds
part.
like he's trying to make the musical equivalent was like a barrier of sound. Like, you know how people sometimes describe hardcore music like those Death Grips YouTube comment section that like it sounds like being punched in the face with a brick or something. That's what it
Uh,
tried. That's what it's trying to go for. I don't know how to explain it, but like it doesn't go
um.
well.
Anyway, as I was saying, Matt is not a very good screamer in my opinion, but we'll talk about this later on MG Ultra. Um, it does get better, but at this point,
Yes.
Matt is a very weak screamer. There's
Oh,
not that
terrible.
much emotion in his voice at all. It comes off teenaged, uh, I guess, like in development.
Teenage riot, teenage rebellion. Except he's a grown person. They're a grown person.
uh,
Librarian misgendering compilation, please.
yeah. Um. Yeah. What would
Yeah,
you guys
I will
place?
say
I would
it's.
give
Oh,
it
this
F.
this is an actual
We're
F.
gonna give
This is an actual
one
F.
last comment. It's just that it's after a while it just blends in together, you know, and it's only 39 minutes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it blends. That's a problem Machine Girl has in general, in my opinion. Their work
yeah, after a
really
while, they
blends
almost just sound
together.
like it's sound coming in and coming out.
Yeah.
It's
It all sounds the same. No, I'm kidding.
yeah,
Um. So, what would you place this,
Oh, it's an
Julian?
F.
yeah. I said a C. I put it at a C again.
C. That's
Thank
a
you so
Very
much for the
much.
follow, Mason. Thank
It's
you.
mid, but I've kind of been. I will. I started re-listening to it actually, and I
Hi,
started liking
Mason.
some tracks more.
How you doing?
Some some tracks get better. Some pieces get better, and it does actually sound like something that could grow on me. But at the same time, it's flawed as hell.
um.
So where would you
Okay.
place it?
Me, I
C.
would give it an F.
Yeah, it's an F.
It's my least favorite. It's my least favorite Machine Girl
I
project,
say
and
C.
my least favorite we're covering today in general. Um, I hated it. It's immature and uh, not in a good way. A lot of punk can be immature in a good way, but
Yeah,
it's just not there.
matching the energy, matching the energy of their lyrics. I think in a
By
way
the way,
that's.
MRK90.
Oh, this is their best
Yeah, I have to
album.
sit this one out because like we did this all in one
Oh
week
yeah.
instead of the two that we planned, and like I'm a busy man. Like these two one of them is sick, the other is just a shut in. But I have a life. I have to go to school. I I I I had a funeral this week.
I'm sorry,
So
man.
yeah, it's fine. Thank you.
uh,
You missed out
yeah,
on their best album. Let me tell you. This is actually
yeah,
great.
Yeah,
yeah.
I
No,
will
this is the
listen to
best.
it
It's
someday,
great.
but
Um, it's the strongest sampling for sure.
Oh,
Um,
oh, easily. It
it's
clears.
catchy and punchy, and it's got the juice. It's got the juice.
Yeah. It's got the
It,
sauce,
uh,
bro.
it's got the sauce. Uh,
got the
um, there's points on it where the synths sound very sinister, which was something I was hoping they'd lean into more. Because I was really, really digging that. It was an atmosphere they
Oh,
hadn't tried
oh,
before.
it
Uh,
slaps. It's
that
tasteful.
Yeah, it's tasteful. But they leaned away from the sinister stuff into a more dancey, ravey atmosphere, which I'm glad they did because it's tasteful, it's
Yeah,
fun, it's joyous.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
a
It's
fun
like
time.
really, I could dance to this, bro.
Um, I do think it's not very memorable.
Really,
Unfortunately.
I can see that with like side B. However, I think side A is like quite
I
like
think side B is the better side.
no shot. Why?
It's my favorite Machine Girl track. Um,
Okay, I
in
think A is
general.
stronger. I think
Uh,
it's way more
Bro
groovy.
brought the misgendering mic. Wow.
uh,
Wait, what? What did I say?
No, I was reading the comments. Like
yeah,
Zilla said that I bought this mic, you bought the misgendering mic.
it's the mic. The mic is making you say
Oh
it.
my god, I didn't see that.
Um, a side B is more memorable in my opinion. That's
Okay,
the main
interesting.
reason I prefer it. And it's easier for me to revisit. Um, even though it's longer, which is
It
interesting.
is it is way
Um,
louder also.
is it louder? You
Oh,
think?
I would say so.
That might be why it's something I prefer. I like loud hardcore stuff when it comes to EDM.
Yeah.
At
Yeah, I
times.
mean, hey, I think side B is great, but I think like A really like captured like the best part about like Machine Girl sound all in one track. Um
That's fair.
Sample work fucking beautiful on this album.
Let's talk about it as a DJ mix. Um,
Mhm.
as
There's
a
like a
DJ mix,
mix of all kinds of unreleased shit, I think.
yeah, it's a mix of
'Cause,
unreleased
Yeah.
tracks. I think.
let me
Um,
find the Bandcamp description.
and I think as a mix, it does exceptionally well. The transitions between tracks are unnoticeable. Um, it's a one
Yeah.
continuous living, breathing, progressing
Yes.
work. It's in that way, it's like I don't want to say the perfect DJ mix, because it's not.
No, no, I would not go
It's
that far.
not. It's
It's no
I don't.
I doubt it's Jeff Mills.
Yeah,
I still haven't heard that. I still haven't heard that.
it's no Live at the Liquid Room. It's no Yonder Dome.
Oh,
But
Yonder Dome is
in
my pick.
terms of um how it flows as a DJ mix, it's up there, I think. Like I
Yeah,
love like
yeah.
the Kiwi sound by Conducta, but that doesn't flow that well in between tracks really. You can tell when a track is about to transition into another one.
Oh,
That's
this is
not
true. Yeah.
something you can do here. Uh like you it's one continuous
Yeah, it's
experience through
pretty
and through.
seamless. Yeah.
Yeah, seamless.
I
That's
think.
the word I'm looking
Yeah.
for.
Yeah.
Um,
It's oh,
where would you place
it's
it?
fire. I think this is an A.
I agree. This is an A
Yeah.
low A, I think, but an A.
Damn, I'm
Yeah.
missing
Um,
out.
Oh yeah.
But like, can't wait to listen then.
Yeah. It's so good. I think you'll really like it. Yeah. It's by
Sure, I
far their
will.
best project. It's like not even close for me.
yeah, no, I'd agree. I really like Neon White, which we'll get there soon.
Yes.
But I do think it's their best. Uh,
Oh man. Now we're getting into the interesting stuff.
the Ugly Art.
This is my
Is
least
it?
favorite Machine Girl.
Ooh.
This is the really certain Machine
Uh,
Girl, really.
you know,
This is
I think I actually sorta agree.
Yeah.
Because it's easily, I listened to it actually today. Like,
Mhm.
what shall we say? 9 hours ago, I think I listened to it. I can
Yeah.
barely remember anything, and I'm
Yeah.
like already
Yeah.
brain fogged. But it's
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
I can't
yeah,
say
so
anything
like
these
about that,
short
but my
tracks,
because my brain
all these
fog is
short
actually really bad. But yeah, I
songs
agree.
especially.
yeah, so
It's
like
not
After
memorable at all.
so like my
all the
process of
songs are
like
short.
listening to these albums were to like, I wrote down notes, and then also for like each album I went through the track list and I was like, what are some like notable tracks, what tracks am I gonna go back to, what tracks stood out to me, what were like what had like the best production, and so on. I couldn't pick a single one on this album.
Yeah,
Yeah, I kind of agree with that actually. There's not really anything
yeah. Just
notable on
it's,
here. Um,
I almost want to describe the songs as underdeveloped. That they just
this is
there's
the
nothing
only
to grab.
album by Machine Girl I did not add a single song to my playlist on, which is telling because I'm pretty liberal of adding to my playlist.
Yeah.
Um, is the only one where none made it. I'm pretty sure
It's the
I'd have
only
to
one
check.
I'd actually just straight up call unnotable. Like I can at least see something in the other ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it has a
This
stronger sound than Because I'm Young, personally, mainly because I think
Ah,
Matt's a better screamer on here, and because I think the synths are bouncier, which
this
works
feels
better.
even more try
Like,
hard to me. I know, like,
really,
does it?
yeah,
I wouldn't agree with that.
okay.
My main yeah, I mean it could be. I
I
just don't
think
remember it. I mean
I
after
think
5 tracks, you just tune out and it's all these 2 minute songs that just fly by and it's and you
I,
find and you think you're done with it. And then
I
comes a decent man. You
um
can get
yeah, that
you can
song
get
is
to
way
listening
too
for
long.
extra 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, this was
I
this was torture.
had a brief argument with someone recently over whether or not Machine Girl is abrasive, and um, I was on the side that they are not abrasive, and I can see why someone would think they're abrasive. There's a reason I'm talking about this. I'll get to it in a second. Actually, I'll explain it now. Uh, when it comes to the punk ethos they're trying to get at, I think being abrasive, transgressive, etc., is important to be feeling genuine and such things, right? Um, but I don't think they're abrasive at all because I don't think there's any new ideas on like any of their digital hardcore albums except for MG Ultra, which I'll get when we get there. Um, it doesn't feel transgressive at all. It just feels loud. If that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah, no, I completely
I
agree,
agree.
especially with this project. Um
I think I agree. They're better just when they're going for the actual groove, the dancing. But oh, but the digital hardcore stuff goes far further removed from the groove, the dancing, the danceable energy. And it's not like hardcore EDM is incapable of being danceable. Like even something like Nausenbluten is very
Yeah.
danceable in its own way. But there's just they lose that energy. They they pick from two genres that are very energetic, but they lose it.
yeah.
Yeah, it's it's an interesting way of being bad. Um, to take two genres that are very energetic, punk and hardcore EDM, and manage to make something that's in one ear and out the
Just
other.
still, lifeless,
Still, yeah.
unnotable,
Um,
and I prefer to just like listen to anything else.
where would you guys place this?
It's an easy
I
I
would
think I'm going with it. I was gonna go C, but I'm actually going D with this one. This album is yeah, it's not good.
Yeah,
Four out
I'm
of
going
ten
Come
for
on,
D
me.
bro.
too.
D?
Uh, yeah, I'm doing D
How is
too.
this a
Sorry, it's
D?
not. It's not that. It's not that bad. All
It
right.
is.
It has its thing. It has something
It's a
going for it.
complete
All right.
opposite of the DJ
Okay.
mix. It's like it's
What?
so like everything is untasteful.
That's
And it's
true, but I don't think it's an F because I think Because I'm Young is an F, and I think this has progressed past that into being something more than Because I'm Young. Like it's getting somewhere. It's not cooking yet, but it's getting somewhere. If that makes sense.
Yeah. It's like they. What can I say? It's like Because I'm Young. They fell before they could reach the stove. The Ugly Art. They they bonged their head on the stove. You know. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
no.
I I sort of get it. I sort of get it.
they're getting closer. They just aren't
Yeah.
there.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
what
Nah.
can I
Scylla
say?
says nah.
Who the fuck? Who's Silas?
No,
Zilla.
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 Mercer.
Oh, Mercer. Sorry, Mercer, but
Bro,
you
bro,
don't get only God forgives
maybe don't
either.
out
You
them.
Has bro
you don't
even
get you
heard?
don't get only God forgives either. So no, if it's a you
Okay.
problem.
Uvoid synthesizer. What do we
You
think about
avoid.
this one? Do we think
I
about this
think
one?
Honestly,
I think
think
this one is not as
this is my
terrible as Because I'm Young and
okay.
Ugly Art, but it's like bottom
This
three.
is it's not. I was gonna say it's my favorite digital hardcore Machine Girl, but it's not. I
Oh,
think that's. We'll get to that one in a second, but
we
I
can Mercer.
actually think
Okay,
this is
cool.
big step up from both Because I'm Young and Ugly Art.
I don't know if
I
I'd say a
think
big step up, but I do think
okay,
it's a
maybe
step
not
up.
big one, but it's a step up. It's a step up. They were cooking at least.
Yeah, this is not an
They got the
F at
stove on.
least,
They got that
in my opinion.
stove on.
Um,
It's the cyber grind influences
yeah,
the
However,
songs where
I was gonna mention the
however,
Cybergrind influence as well. They're much stronger than they make the digital hardcore much more impactful than it is on
sometimes
the other records. Um, Also, the occasional growling on this album is pretty fucking good.
yeah.
Like,
yeah, it's like
honestly.
very. I thought it was kind of odd at first on like the Fortress. I got around to that track. I think I like
Actually,
like I finished the first half of the album. I wasn't feeling it at all. But then I got to the second half somewhere in like Kill All Borders. I think that track is amazing.
I wouldn't say amazing,
It's a
but it's good.
it's a great grind track. It's just straight. It's what you want. It's what I wanted. It's what I wanted from a genre called digital hardcore, from cyber grind or whatever. Just that electronic grindcore. It's
Uh,
I like it.
Also, I think this is their most mature, and up to this point, this is their most mature. I think.
yeah, I
Like,
can see that. I can see that.
Yeah, I can.
even including Wolf Girl, because I think Wolf Girl is at
Yeah, it's
times.
kind of an immature album, but I think
Yeah.
that helps in its favor.
Yeah, I
Like the
Yes.
other
agree.
immature
Totally.
albums, but
Yeah, that are just kind of
I mean,
messy and
it's pretty.
run together.
Yeah,
This one I
it's
think
their
is
fucking
their
debut
most
album.
mature.
It's excusable, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. This one I think is their most
Yep.
mature up until now. I do think MG Ultra is more mature. I
Yeah.
I honestly have very little to say against MG Ultra once we get there.
Yes.
But we're
It's a
not there yet.
very it's a very
Um,
energetic. It's energetic in a good way, and it's good that it's like 30 minutes after the Ugly Art was 50.
yeah.
You void synthesizer. It's a good runtime. It's a nice
Yes.
runtime. You just get that smooth 30 minutes in. And
Man, you guys are
yeah, I
making
said
fun of raising my rating.
I wasn't
Can I just say
great.
that this is totally not bottom three for me. I think Gemini is is way worse.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Let me
I agree,
let me
Gemini is
let me
worse.
just
Yeah,
let
it's
me
worse.
clear it up. Yeah.
For me,
Yeah, I
for
don't
me,
think
this
this
is
is
like
horrible. I wouldn't listen to it again.
it is actually the one where when I finished it, I actually wanted to start it again because I actually
No
liked that second
shot,
half so much
dude.
that I came back and I wanted to listen to it again. I actually really fucked with it,
Really?
and I don't know. I'm keeping it. Probably gonna rotate it a couple times.
I
Okay.
don't think it quite reaches C tier status.
No,
Yeah,
I think for
I
me
think
it
it's very much a
reached
D
like
tier
medium
album.
D
It's
tier.
like high D.
For me,
it's a very high D for me.
Yeah.
it's medium B. But
B?
I think we should actually get into this
Whoa.
now because it's B.
Did you
Yes, it's
say
B. For me, it's B tier. For
B?
me, it's 7. It's a 7 out of 10.
B as in
A
band.
7 out of 10. B.
B as in Brooklyn.
B as in decent. It's good. It's a 7 out of 10.
Okay.
Oh. Oh, okay.
But I think we should get into this with this album because it's probably the most egregious one, and it's something we talked about before, and it's their cover game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Their cover game is not good.
So for the
It's
DJ
like
mix, I
Wolf
actually
Girl.
fuck with that one.
Yeah, that's true.
DJ mix cool shit with like
Yeah.
I always thought it looked like MF Doom, you know.
Yeah.
And of course, Wolf Girl's iconic. But like
Oh,
the
100%.
rest is kinda not very good. And this one is especially heinous. I genuinely dreaded listening to this because the cover just
It's
screamed
so
trashy.
bad.
It's so bad. It's so bad.
I mean, Gemini seems alright until you notice the
The schlong.
the massive slong, you know. It's like shit. Is that on the is that on the
Oh,
top
shit,
there,
it
as you
is.
can see? We're getting demonetized.
Wait,
Cancel day one.
TOS. Joy, TOS, take the image off.
Wait, what happened?
TOS, take the image off.
Take the image.
Take the image off.
Wait, which one?
No, we're joking, but like,
No,
Oh.
I'm not. TOS.
like
the-
nobody is going.
Gemini
to
has
notice it.
schlong on the cover, and it's just shown in the image.
Like probably the
on the
worst
top
schlong
there.
I've ever seen in my life.
I
No,
didn't
look
even
at it,
notice.
man.
No.
I mean, it's actually unnoticeable on like.
Delete the VOD. Delete the VOD.
No, it's fine.
It's like a third. Oh wow, it's actually.
No, it's
so
fine.
bad.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I bet it's fine.
Oh wait, there's actually another cover art that's actually good.
No.
Actually, two cover arts that are also good. And that's the EP. That's the EP, the first one, Repurposed Fantasies.
That's our next album. Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
like.
that's a cool cover art.
It's the cover art is
It's
alright, but I
fine,
hate
it's
the
fine.
title. The title is so fucking lame.
Or Poised.
It's it's so stupid. It's just
This is like so this was the last one I listened to today. I listened to this like just like a couple hours ago. Like 2 hours ago, I would say. So I'm like fresh off it. And yeah, I think it's a fine album.
it's there. It's fine.
Yeah, it's not
it's
like
good.
it's
It's
not
alright.
not like
It's alright.
yeah.
There's not
Yeah.
really any new ideas, but it's catchy and
It's
dancey.
not. I do like the.
The drums sound great.
I like the drums
it's
are
not
nice.
it's
I
not
like
like
the
it's not like a
grind. I like the
stupid. It's not a
grind
stupid.
track.
It's their is like many
Like
of their
when
other
it go kind of.
projects.
Grime remix is nice. I like that one.
There's not really much to say about this album, I think.
Yeah, like it's the same. You might as well get into the other EP with this one, because we
not
can
yet,
just
not
discuss
yet.
it too.
We have an order. I have an order set for this. We'll do Super Freak after we do Neon White.
Yeah, we're going
Oh
chronologically.
yeah, with Neon White comes first, of course.
Yeah.
So where would you guys place this? I'm giving it a C. It's
I think C.
inoffensive.
Yeah, It's
Yeah,
it's like
I
a
can see a
perfect
C too.
middle of the road album. Yeah.
It's all right. It's all right. You know, not much
Yeah, I
more.
would. Yeah. It's like a good 20-minute listen. Like it's not. It didn't wow me. It's not something I'm gonna go back to all the time, but it's like it's pretty inoffensive.
Okay, Neon White, part one.
Yeah, I didn't listen to this one, so I'm going to actually
Wait, what?
just mute myself and grab some water. Yeah, I'm
Wait,
sorry.
you did?
Again, I have a life. It's 2.5 hours. I know it's two parts, but together it's 2.5 hours. I wanted to listen to it today, but I overslept. It's too late, and my dad wanted to watch a movie. I did listen to one more album
Which movie
because
did
I
you
had
watch?
two. I
Casino
watched
Royale.
Casino
Oh, for
Royale.
fuck's sake!
Yeah, two
It's
and a half
actually a good
hours
movie though.
apparently.
Yeah,
Um.
it's like two. It's a good movie though. I liked it.
Anyway, Neon White.
Graham.
The bass on this album sounds so good.
It's
Like
really fucking
maybe,
good.
yeah, the bass is incredibly fluid. If that makes sense. Like
Yeah. Oh yeah.
it's so good. It flows like water. It's liquid. It's almost liquid drum and bass at parts.
It's lava.
I'd say. Um, okay.
Yeah.
The breaks are interesting, in my opinion. Uh,
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't have that much to say about this album. I do think it sort of it feels like a propellant force. When you're into it, it feels like it propels you. You know,
Oh,
it's
absolutely. Yes. Yes. I get totally what
it
you mean.
would be great workout music, I feel. Um,
Yeah.
when you're
So I
into it.
actually listened to this. I actually listened to this last night, and I listened to it. So because it is a soundtrack, I was like, I'm gonna try play some video games to this. And it actually worked like really well as like grind music, like for like JRPGs and stuff.
Hmm.
You know, it kind of has that like yeah, it just like sucks you in. And it
I
never
really want to play the game, to be honest.
yeah, oh same, it looks pretty fire, yeah. Um but yeah, it just like drags you in and it doesn't really let go. Like I was never really bored listening to this despite it being as extensive as it is because of the fact that it's a soundtrack. I was like really into it, and yeah.
I do have to disagree about being bored at some points.
Okay.
The second half did start to drag a little for me, but not well, not
Mm.
drag, but it sort of backgrounded itself, if that makes sense, which is fine. I'm not going to judge it for that because it's a soundtrack. It is background music,
Yeah.
so I'm not going to judge it for backgrounding itself. But I do
Yeah,
think
that's yeah.
as its own listen, it sort of backgrounds itself at some points.
If this wasn't a soundtrack, then yeah, obviously, like, I wouldn't have like I wouldn't have like glazed it as much.
Yeah.
Um,
I think it's a B. How about you?
I think it's a high B. Yes.
High B. All right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
You really
yeah,
missed
yeah,
out on the
for
albums
sure.
that you guys like the
Like so,
most.
like so,
Damn.
like it's like I'm judging this as a soundtrack and not like simply um as an album. It's not as catchy as like Wolf Girl, but it's a different beast. And I think
Mm-hmm.
it does that really well. I was like really
Uh,
into it.
Neon White Part 2. It's
It's
not as
not as
good.
strong. It's not as strong.
It's not strong at all.
It's
I feel like it's
shorter, yet I felt bored, which was something I didn't like like
yeah,
like
I
towards the
agree.
end, which is something I
It's
didn't feel about the 20-minute longer part one. So
I it's not that original, I feel. It's very like it's largely ambient and IDM trope. I feel um rather than like the fresh sound of the first one. like the first one feels like it's doing something new, even if it's not really. It feels like it's doing something new. And this one just feels like listening to any other ambient IDM album, right?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, it doesn't have as much identity.
yeah,
It's
it doesn't really have an identity.
no.
But it's inoffensive.
Yeah,
It's
oh
not.
yeah, no, for sure.
It's not bad at all. Um,
I personally,
and
I would place this at like, I would personally put this over the EP in C tier.
over the EP and C, but you'd give it a C.
Yes,
All right, me too.
it's like a
Joy,
decent C. Yeah.
Joy, Joy.
Yes,
Like, I know this is kind of out of nowhere. Tony Todd died.
I know. I posted
In the
about it in my server,
Candyman.
dude.
Wait, fuck. How did this happen?
I
Fuck.
wait, what? What do you
It
mean? Did
happened
you
this
just
morning.
find out?
I was just like I just what the fuck?
All right, I have to go to the bathroom. Next album
Yeah.
is super.
Yeah, let us
Yeah,
let us
that's
let us
good.
let us have like
Yeah, you guys can
Uh,
talk about Super Freak EP while I'm in the bathroom.
I fucking
yeah.
I just like let's have some banter or something. I don't know. I was checking the no, I just got bored, started scrolling my phone, and suddenly see that fucking Tony Todd died. I didn't
Yeah.
know that. Oh, that's been the whole day. So
Yeah. This happened like
well, now I feel stupid. I thought I was like
this happened at like
it was
midnight.
like
Yeah.
new news.
Or like 3 a.m. You were probably asleep.
Yeah, well, no, your server was posted as wait,
But
let me
yeah,
find it.
there's a guy like so like for those who don't know, like you know like Candyman is like my favorite like horror movie of all time. Uh, you know, let alone my favorite like slasher. I think it's incredible. You saw it for the first time, right, Monkey? Julian, sorry, in my server, right?
Yeah, I watched it with you. That's why I said it to you.
Yeah. Did you enjoy the movie?
I mean, I liked it a lot. Yeah,
It's
did
so
I
good.
rate it? I kind of wish I didn't watch it on a stream actually. I'll
Hello.
watch it someday on. Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Super Freak.
Yeah. Rest in peace. Rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace.
The
Super
voice.
freak.
Okay, Super Freak EP.
The voice. Oh my god, the voice. Oh, okay.
What a
Let's go.
what a title, by the way, because it's like super frequency, but it just sounds like super freak.
Yeah,
Or is
It's
that the-
actually
I
a pretty
don't know.
hard title.
it's hard. I like it.
It's
I like the vocals on this album more
Yeah.
than the other ones.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's you kind
Yeah,
of
I agree.
instantly notice that like this is
Yeah.
the new step in what they
Yeah,
wanted to do.
it's a transitionary sound between the digital hardcore and neon white. It's like a blend of those. It's like a transitionary step between a blend of the digital hardcore and neon white, in between MG Ultra. If that makes sense.
Yeah, because the final track is like final track is heavily Machine Girl early stuff. Very wolf. Yeah, very wolf girl.
It's their most transitionary for sure.
Again,
It
the
doesn't-
album cover. The album cover looks like something out of like the most edgy fucking 2000s anime you've ever seen. Like a fucking elf lead or
looks like-
something.
Sorta.
Evil
Yeah.
evil Masaki Uasa film.
Anyway, oh god, what was I gonna say? It's
Yeah.
it's someone.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it's not it's 10 minutes, so it's like
there's not much to say about it because of how short it is. However,
Yeah.
Super.
I remember what I was going to say now. It doesn't feel fully realized as its own project because of its short length and because of its
Yes.
status as a transitionary project.
Yeah, but it's kind
Um,
of a hand in hand with MG Ultra. If
it's
that's what you want to say.
yeah. It's not
Yeah,
really its
it feels
own
like a
fully realized
prologue to
project.
their new sound.
Yeah, for sure. And that's not a bad thing. It's an all right project. Because of that. Um,
Yeah, I think it's pretty good, but it's yeah again it doesn't reach any like new heights, um,
yeah.
or such despite feeling fresh, and so you know,
Where would you guys
um,
place it?
it's a C.
B tier, BC.
I agree with it
Can
on the.
Yeah.
How about
yeah,
you?
let's just do B. I can be fine with B.
B?
Yeah, I
B.
think that's fine.
All right.
B.
Blue.
The fun one to talk about, MG Ultra.
MG Ultra, the new one.
Yeah. So I listened to this today. So uh, I haven't really had
Digest
you know
time.
I have yeah exactly it hasn't really simmered for that long in my mind. But like I came off of this like really enjoying it actually. I think
Really?
this is
Yeah,
really good.
Really
Yeah.
enjoying it. I liked it, but not that much. Like I would still place it in C, but it's like a high C for me. Like a
I
5 out
think
of
it's a
10.
solid
Low
B. I
6.
think it's a solid B. I think this is really
Um,
good. There were some like songs
what I wanted.
like
You
some
can
of
go
these
first.
songs were like some of my favorite
Until
like
I
Machine
Die
Gun
is
songs I've heard.
great. Until I Die is one of the better songs they've done.
I think Mother Father. I know Brooke doesn't fuck with this song. I think Mother Father is
I
fucking
mean, it's
great.
one of the weaker ones. It's one of the weaker ones.
Really,
That and S to
really.
Mars. Yeah, that and S to Mars back to back. It's kind of where I'm going.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
It's
could
the
be better.
part where I'm
I
like,
was kind of expecting it to become a dud
Also,
when
the
those two
yeah,
final
tracks came
track,
on.
the final track is hard.
it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that and
The
Schizo
closer
Mad
is
Schizo
insane.
Dipshit,
Yeah.
Schizo Dipshit's so amazing.
Grindhouse. True.
uh, Until I Die is
Grindhouse.
really good.
Yeah.
When I first listened to this album, when I heard Until I Die, I was like, oh, so they're going like a pop punk direction with this. Um,
The-
it's not so much digital hardcore as it is digital pop punk. Um, and that's really interesting to me. I haven't heard anyone try to do something like that before. Um, because usually if electronic rock blends, it's either like indie rock, like indie tronica, or it's like digital hardcore, right? You don't really get any in between where it's digital pop punk, right?
Yeah.
Where the punk ethos is still there, but it's still a softer sound. But that's present here, and it's really interesting to me.
Yeah.
For me, like the first thing I was thinking of was a lot of like alt metal for some
Really?
reason. Yeah, I don't know. It not in, but the vocal style reminded me of yeah, later Dillinger Escape Plan, particularly the title track of One of Us is the Killer.
I
The
can see that. I can see that.
it has a stone to it. It just
I haven't heard that.
the way he's telling it. Yeah, it's like the best alt metal song ever. So yeah,
I think the choruses on this album are super strong for what it is.
catchy, super catchy
It,
Yeah,
stuff.
I think Matt's
This is the one
vocal
album where I
delivery
think
on this is their best ever. They sound their best on this thing, in my opinion.
Matt,
Uh,
yeah.
yeah, for
this is the
sure.
one album. This is the one album where where the vocals outshine the production for me. Actually,
I
I
agree.
would not go that far. I would not go that far.
I would go that far.
But
I
I
would too.
Production.
really
I mean, this production is good, but you know,
the production is
this is the one
fire.
album where they actually. This is where they just lock the fucking
Yeah,
for the
Matt
vocals.
Matt goes in a good direction here. Like this is for Matt, this is easily his most mature. Sorry, their most mature. Um and easily their most catchy. The vocal effects are there, but they're not grating like on some of the other albums. Um, it's
It
strong.
feels
The
like the
vocals are strong.
Yeah, I
main
think it's
focus
really
of
really
the
good.
vocals feels like the vocals, not the effects.
Yeah, the vocals are strong. Meanwhile, I don't really care that much about the production. It's there. The breaks are interesting, uh, in my opinion, which
Like
is
for the
rare for digital
yeah,
hardcore.
like for the first
Yes.
time since I wanna say excluding the DJ mix, like for the first time since like Wolf Girl, I kept finding tracks that I was like, oh, this is gonna like, I'm gonna keep this in my rotation, kind of, with like
Yeah,
Yeah, I was
multiple
actually
tracks.
yeah, it's I actually want to re-listen to this as well. It's
Yeah,
yeah. Like
something
I've been
yeah.
revisiting this album, which is not something I can say
And
about
it's getting
any
it's
of the other
getting
digital hardcore.
it's actually getting better for me. I think I will probably like I have it as at a 7 now and I think it will stay that way.
yeah, it's a
But
seven.
it might go up and I actually really like it. Yeah,
I
it's
have
the kind of
problems
thing
with
where you
it. I have been mostly praising it right now, but I do have some problems with it. I feel like it ends really abruptly. Um, like Psychic
yeah,
Attack
I
is
think I see
maybe the
what you
best
mean.
track,
I think I
but
see
it
what you mean.
sort of ends. And the middle section is just not it. The middle section is like it had me thinking, oh great, you know, it was good, but now it's just kind of grating. Uh, the middle section is weak compared
I
to the rest
Yeah,
of the album.
I
what
disagree.
you
Um,
say
I
about
disagree.
what
I
you say
disagree. I
about
think it's
ending what you said about ending too early. I think yeah, I it just like I was checking the track list and just suddenly wow, oh, that's the final track? No? There's
yeah,
nothing else?
the thing is, it simultaneously.
no.
I feel like
Don't
I feel like
disrespect
it.
Psychic Attack.
It's
It's
a
a great
good
close.
I'm not it's not a it's a good track and sometimes also not be a good ending track, you know?
Yeah, I feel like it would. I feel like if we got rid of some of the middle tracks and put like Psychic Attack in the middle, we would have had like a stronger album here. Like we would have. It would have been shorter. Which is not always a positive, but I think it would have been here because some of the. I think you could definitely cut some of the middle section.
Yeah, I will.
Um,
Yeah,
Yeah, like
I will
what
say that
even
the
happens
track
on Half
progression. I
Asleep?
will say that the track progression isn't like that strong, and like it doesn't really
What
have.
even happened on Half Asleep? Can anyone tell me
yeah,
what happened on Half Asleep?
the sequencing is not great.
Yeah,
And the lyrics. I want to talk about the lyrics. They're still immature. Don't get me wrong, but because of the pop punk feel, they fit. If that makes sense.
I agree. Yeah,
Yeah, pop punk gets way easier with being immature because it's a very immature genre.
Um,
but kind of
I
like
were
enhanced um, by the direction of the sound, if that makes sense.
yeah. This is the
Yeah,
first time I can say this about Machine Girl. I am excited for the next album.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's exactly
yeah,
what I mean. I mean, if
yeah.
they're
I
going to
agree.
continue with this, then there's actually a chance that I think in the future they could, in
Produce
some
something
form, top
great.
Wolf Girl. If they
Yeah,
figure this out, I mean, hey, they improved upon Because I'm Young, right?
yeah,
And if they can do that, and they can do that with this, then I think there's potential for a
Yeah,
much
this was like,
better album and probably the best in
yeah,
their career.
yeah. This is such a
yeah.
pleasant surprise for me. I think this is top three Machine Girl.
I think it's
Easily.
top three Machine Girl if we exclude Neon White. Um,
Oh yeah, I forgot about Neil White. Yeah. Uh,
What's your top three then? Is your top three Machine Wolf Girl, no
mine is
MRK Wolf Girl Neon White?
mine is MRK Neon White Wolf Girl in that order.
Uh yeah,
so
Neon White
mine
mine would
part
is
one.
be
Number 3. I'm gonna say MG Ultra for number 3. Number 2,
Yeah, I
Wolf
also have
Girl.
that at 3.
Number 1, MRK.
For me, it's MG Ultra, U-Fight Synthesizer, and Wolf Girl.
That's
Really? You like
crazy.
Synthesizer better than MG
insane.
Ultra? That's
I still
wild.
like it more. Actually, no, let me swap those two. MG Ultra stays.
That's okay.
Where do you guys place
And
them?
they're
MG
very
Ultra?
close. They're very close. I mean, yeah.
Where do you guys
It,
place
it
MG
could
Ultra?
change still.
I think MG Ultra
I
is a
say
B.
B tier. For
B?
yeah, for me too.
Yeah.
Alright, I would give it a high C. It's not quite cooking yet, in my opinion, but it's very close.
They're putting the oil in the pan.
Yeah, for sure. So what are you guys'
Yeah.
top 5 Machine Girl tracks?
Oh
That'd be hard.
fuck. Fuck, you really put me on
let
the
me
spot
think.
there, Jesus.
Yeah.
Do we
well, I
include side A and side B from MRK?
Yeah.
I feel like that's cheating. Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel
Include
like
those two?
that's unfair.
I mean, I feel like it's kind of unfair because it's just like
Yeah.
That's fair. Yeah, no.
I don't know. I
understand.
wouldn't say
I
part
don't have a top
1
5
of.
then.
I wouldn't say segment 1 of Jeff Mills' Live at the Liquid Room is a track. It's not a
That's
song.
true.
It's a complete. It's part of the mix.
I'm gonna need some time to write these
Hell.
down if that's okay.
On Bandcamp,
Yeah,
the
that's
2
alright.
tracks are just.
But yeah,
For
we should
me,
we should
I
we should
would
we should
say-
totally do this for each artist and their discography
Yeah.
every other week. This is a fun idea to do a top 5 tracks.
For me, excluding
But we are
MRK.
including Neon White.
That's
yeah, we're
tracks.
including Neon White. But my top 3 doesn't have any Neon White. My top 3 is Frenzy, Out by 16, Dead on the Scene, and Until I Die.
I'd say
In
Kill
what
All
order?
Borders until from 3 to 1 Till I Die. No, Kill All Borders Until I Die and Frenzy. Yeah. That seems
Fuck, this
seems
is
normal.
hard.
And then
Can you
know,
guys
like,
talk
I could
about
pick any of
something
the
while I'm
Wolf Girl.
compiling my list?
it's 3 tracks. Come on, just say the first 3 that come to mind.
Oh, not a 5. Top 5.
Wait, is it 5 or 3?
It's 3 because I had a top 5, but it included MRK, and I don't have another replacement.
Yeah,
written
like
down or
let's
anything
just
like that.
do depending
just
on
do
what we
3.
feel.
I'm gonna
Now 3,
say
maybe 5 next time.
Frenzy. I'm gonna say Psycho Attack.
Psychic Attack? Really? Top
Yeah, Psycho
3.
Attack. I think it's fire.
I can see the vision.
And Out by 16 is number 1.
I think it's
I
shocking that you guys think that Out by 16 is like one of the best tracks on Wolf Girl. I mean, it's really good. I get the acclaim, like it's a really good song. But like, I wouldn't say it's better than like Crystal or Ghost.
It's
Or
definitely
even
better than
Ionic
Ghost, in
Funk.
my
Yeah,
opinion.
I think it's definitely.
I don't know.
Wait, what
Maybe
other
Ginger
tracks from?
Claps.
Wait, let me see here.
I would say everything like pre phase A. I think.
I think Ionic Funk is underrated.
Yeah,
Funk's
I
really
agree.
good.
I think
It's
that's
really
Funk
good.
fair.
opening.
Do
MG
you guys have
MG
any wider thoughts on like the discography of Machine Girl?
I think
rather
it's
than
pretty
individual tracks?
inconsistent.
It's a
It's
discography.
pretty hit or miss for me.
It's hit or miss. It's very messy,
Yes.
but you can clearly see like in everything they're doing, at least there's potential.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel
I would
like
agree.
at some point they're gonna be cooking. I think.
Even
Yeah, I
even
think
with
at
the
some
stuff.
the next.
I think at some point we're going to get a great Machine Girl album, and I'm very excited for that day. But I don't think it's quite happened yet, unless we count the
And
DB mix.
I think the
and I
highs are
am
like pretty high.
Yeah. Um.
and I still think the songs have kind of been intriguing me to actually go see them in concert. I think
Yeah.
Are you
Oh,
gonna
like
go
I've heard
see
the
them in
pretty.
concert?
I haven't bought tickets yet. I might not. Maybe I will. But I am intrigued enough to do it. To consider it at
All right.
least.
yeah. I think that'd be cool. Um. Yeah. I think it's like for a discography with
6 out of 10.
so many with a discography um with like as many misses as it has for me. Like I have like at least two albums I would put like in the F tier, which is like pretty impressive. Um, but like
Yeah,
even
because you give
then,
like
I
everything
don't
a 10.
what?
Yeah, you give like everything a 10.
I do not. No,
Yes, you
I
do.
have like
It's true.
no. I
On
have
Rate Your
rated like
Music, but on Rate Your Music, yes, she gives like everything a 10, but she doesn't rate a
yeah,
lot of
but
stuff on Rate Your Music.
yeah, I don't. I
Um.
no. I rate like not even
That's
like half of the shit I listen to. If it's like an album I really like, then I will like rate it because of like the charts or whatever. Um,
fair enough. Fair enough.
yeah, so that's why it's like mostly 8 to 10s is because I don't
Yeah.
even bother rating the new Taylor Swift album, for example, because why would I? Uh,
Like for the chat for the chart purposes.
yeah, no, I
Um.
so like for me, there are multiple albums in here I would rate like a 1 out of 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like I
There.
I
don't
think
give
it's
everything a 10. Fuck you, I don't.
it's like a C tier discography. It's mostly carried by I think like Wolf Girl. I think it's I don't know how important I'd say that album was to me, but it was definitely something that shaped my taste partially.
Yeah, no,
You
I
know?
can agree with that. Machine Girl,
Yeah,
Wolf Girl especially was important for
yeah,
introducing me to EDM, especially hardcore EDM.
100%.
Um,
I agree.
and
Everything I
I've
got
since become
recommended to me in that bubble of YouTube,
I've since
just
become
super
a pretty
important.
big EDM fan, so it is an important album to me. It, even though I'm not that big on it. And I can see why someone would think it's a classic. Um, but it's not quite there for me. It's missing some things. Right? Uh, yeah.
Yeah, already turned 10 years old.
Yeah, it's like
Let me
10 years
check.
old. It's old enough to be a
Yeah, it's
classic
Yeah,
in
from
my opinion.
2014. I just don't know the exact date.
Uh,
That's what intrigued me.
17th of February. So it's 10 years old.
Yeah, like
Um,
hell yeah.
at the beginning of the year. It's about it 11.
okay, it doesn't sound that dated, let's be honest. Like, it
Happy
sounds
10
a
years, bro.
little.
It
It
sounds,
sounds
if
a
anything, it was ahead of its time. I feel like a lot of I, um I don't think it's out of the question that a lot of later breakcore artists were taking influence from this.
Yeah, for sure. A lot of the
Yeah, like
modern breakcore
especially in
movement
aesthetics.
is it just wannabe wolf girl or wannabe sewer slut. And oh, trust me, I prefer the wannabe wolf girl stuff. Um,
Yeah,
so I think it has had a mildly positive influence. Even if I don't like it as much as something like Double Cup, um,
of
or
course, really
Rooms.
good.
Uh, yeah. What do you guys call it, a C tier discography overall?
I say a
Because
C tier discography is fair enough.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
No, even if I wish that it could be better. But like in a
Yeah, I
couple,
definitely,
maybe
yeah.
in like a couple year, maybe by the end of this decade, they're like B tier or no.
Like
yeah,
if someone were to ask me, like, do you like fuck with Machine Girl at all? Then I would say yes. So it's like it pains me to like slap a C onto their discography, because it's like I still like fuck with like a lot of their stuff. It's just like there's a lot of like
There's a lot of
garbage as well.
misses.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very inconsistent for me.
Yep. Yeah.
Let's talk
But
about.
I don't really regret. I don't really regret going through their discography. I think it was like pretty interesting seeing
Yeah.
how they've
It wasn't like
evolved. And
suffering bad. At
no,
worst, I was just like, oh, oh
Yeah,
yeah.
no, I
Keep
agree.
moving on.
It was I wasn't suffering through their albums really.
It was not
Other than because
so
of
what's the
Young
album
Young
called again?
Arrogant.
Yeah. At least it's short. Everything is relatively short, aside from
yeah, yeah, yeah,
you know
Aside from
Cookie
Neon
Yard.
White, which is good.
yeah.
Neon
Neo is
White,
good.
like that's good. That's a soundtrack. Like you could just put that on in the background if it was that
Yeah, that's what
annoying.
I did. That's what I did. I
Yeah.
was playing Lies of P, fucking listening to that.
We were actually playing a video game. Wow.
Yes.
No way.
Not even Neon White itself.
Yeah,
I was
different
originally
video
planning
game.
to
I
watch
definitely. Yeah.
I was originally planning to watch the movie that they named themselves after. No.
Yeah,
Except
Missing
Oh
Girl, the
yeah.
movie.
except I didn't. I
Who's
have
it
it on
directed by?
DVD. I got it for my birthday.
You did?
I haven't seen it. Yeah, I did.
Who's it
That's a
directed by?
wacky ass gift.
I asked for a
Is
lot
there
of
any like
wacky stuff.
noteworthy director?
No,
Oh,
they're not
no, who
noteworthy.
directed it. It's just one of those like J splatter movies, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It seems fun. Let
Anyway,
me Google it.
let's
Which
talk.
album are we gonna discuss first?
We're talking if you're feeling sinister first.
Yes.
Uh,
All right. Oh, you wanna get into that one?
yeah. Um, the melodies on this album are insane,
Yeah.
straight up.
I didn't get to re-listen to it for this one, but like I remember a little, and it's
Yeah, I
yeah,
listened to it for the first
very.
time. Like just a
It's
couple
a
days
very.
ago.
It's
uh,
a very breathy album.
Yeah.
Feels very kind of sort of carefree, but very melodic, like you said, and very melancholic.
yeah, I agree. It's very what's most interesting about it to me is the juxtaposition between the very twee sound and the more melancholic feeling. Um, like it, uh, the most used example for something like this is like pumped up kicks, right? The
Mm.
sinister
Because
lyrics,
the lyrics
uh,
are about school shooting.
but
Yeah.
it's like twee, right? If you're feeling sinister is kind of like that, but like much better uh, done, in my opinion. Like it feels very
Feels
it's about
cutesy. It feels
being.
like a very cutesy, very
It sounds
yeah.
very cutesy,
Yeah.
but it's about it's about being young and decadent and
Yeah.
It's about
uh,
finding like something. Like the one track here I could like actively talk about in depth is just like "Get
uh,
Me Away From Here, I'm Dying," which is like
Yeah,
rushing,
that's the
rushing song.
yeah.
It's one of my favorites ever. I've called it.
For me
or
that's
I think
like
I've put it
for
in my.
me
I think I've put it in my top 10 favorite songs of all time.
oh
Some
really?
from time to time. Yeah, I have. It's
For me, and I'm sure
yeah,
Brooke can agree with me, like the song that really stood out to me because I've only listened to this once, right? The one that stood out to me was Like Dylan in the Movies.
yeah, like
Um,
the one in the movies is probably the one that stands out the most in terms of that
yeah,
juxtaposition between the twee and melancholy. Like that's a song about a mugging, straight up.
yeah, I was not
Um,
expecting that at all from like the
but
title.
it's it, it's cutesy and twee and melodic and fun,
Yeah,
but it's about but if you read the lyrics, right, it's it's sad, you know? It's about
it is.
eh, not like saccharine sad. Uh um it, it's it's genuine,
Yeah,
emotional, uh it feels personal. right?
Yeah,
And
it
that's
does.
true of
Yeah.
the album as a whole. Um,
And I think that's also my favorite. Like, um, it's my favorite song vocally as well. I'm not sure. I'm
yeah,
like,
I agree.
yeah, yeah. I wasn't like.
Yep.
So the thing about it, I wasn't like sure the vocals are good, but I wasn't like blown away by them. It's not like some like they're not something. Yeah, sorry.
I think the record gets better as it goes on in a weird way. Like I think the first time I heard it, I
Really?
thought "Stars of Track and Field." That's the first track, right? Like it's a good song, but I think it gets better after that one. Like the second track, I was like, "Wow, this
Re-
is really good."
uh,
Yeah, like
because
I
for
was
me,
still
the
kind
last
of
three tracks are easily my least favorite on the album. The last three. Um, I still really like them, but the first 7 tracks are all like incredible.
Yeah, for
Um,
me, it's like a really decent track list with some clear standouts. I think there's a 3 track run of like Dylan in the Movies, Fox in the Snow, I think it's called, and the hit single are like that's like a perfect 3 track run for me.
I would include If You're Feeling Sinister,
Okay.
um, in that in that track run. But yeah, I agree. When I revisit the album, I mainly revisit like Dylan in the Movies, The Fox in the Snow, Get Me Away from Here, I'm Dying, and If You're Feeling Sinister. Um, that middle section of the album is unbeatable.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
totally.
uh, I think
super
the
good.
orchestration on this album is incredibly rich.
Yes.
Um,
Yeah,
uh,
it's like it's at
it's
once so rich, but it feels personal. It feels small. It feels
yeah,
like chamber music. It feels like chamber music,
yeah. No, I agree. It's
but
like
in
a
Yeah.
a
chamber pop type album.
huge.
Yeah, it's like the quintessential chamber pop album.
It's lush but personal.
Yeah.
Um, and there's so much variation in the orchestration. At one point, you might have synth, you might have a brass instrument, you might have xylophone. Uh, it shows a talent for music
Also, like
beyond beyond a talent for any individual instrument. If that makes sense.
yeah, yeah, I see what you mean. I also think like the solo, that they do on "Get Me Away from Here," like
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think I know
it,
what
it
you mean.
it's kind of silly in a weird way, but it works so well. It's so cutesy. It's so carefree.
That chorus
Is
has to
it?
be one of the most catchy
Oh,
I've heard in my life. It's just like
just the
so good.
lyrics are just like fucking
Yeah.
crush me every time. Shit's so good. See
I
if
really like
I'm
the
just gonna
moment
Google.
where it goes I always cry at endings.
Yeah,
Um,
that's like one of the
Yeah.
best things ever.
that moment really strikes me.
Wait, which track
As
is this
like
on?
uh, it's on Get Me
Get
Away
me
from
away
Here,
from
I'm
here, I'm
Dying.
dying.
Oh, okay, okay,
Uh,
okay, yeah.
when it goes, I always cry at
Oh,
endings.
okay.
Um, sorry, I'm a
Like
terrible
I was
singer.
yeah, yeah, but like I was also watching like fucking. I was once in my room and I just heard that song like playing downstairs because like it was playing a TV show my mom and dad were watching. That was
But that
funny.
that that strikes me as like a high point emotionally on the album. Um, or not a high point emotionally, a low point emotionally. But like a strong point emotionally. If that makes sense. Uh, what do you guys think of the
Yeah.
lyrics?
I
The
think it's
lyrics, yeah,
beautifully
fucking
written. Yeah,
strong as hell.
all around. Yeah, I
I
think
mean,
it's
I'm grabbing
I
I'm
think
grabbing
that's
the lyrics for.
arguably my favorite aspect of the whole record. Um, yeah,
Yeah, I would
there's
agree,
so many
but
layers to like every single track.
oh, for
I
sure.
keep
Yeah, I
finding
was
new
about to say
stuff.
it's so dense that it's kind of hard for me to parse it. If that
Mm,
makes sense.
yeah, no, totally, yeah.
Uh, but that's a good thing, right? Like it's you could write a thesis about any individual song on the album.
Yeah.
And I said earlier about how the lyrics are about like being young and decadent, but also they're about wanting to be redeemed from that, if that makes sense. At points, right?
Yeah.
And I find also maybe clichely goes into like fame a bit, the highs and lows of being successful. Uh, like you could read like Dylan in the movies as like a song about paparazzi almost. Um, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm
I mean,
actually
I
just
read it more as of like a darker, as more of
Yeah,
like a
no,
darker.
I
yeah.
mainly read it that way too, but I think there is leeway to be read into that it's about um fame, it's about uh being ravaged by
Yeah.
press and such things.
Yeah, but it's like
Kind of
apparently
like
I think
Noid by
Murdoch.
Tyler the Creator.
Shut the fuck. We're getting to that one. We're getting to it.
That's the last
What I
album
wanna,
we're covering. We're
yeah,
almost there.
but what I want to say, I think the
Oh my god!
vocalist
Oh
and
my
the
god, we've been
writer.
raided! Wait, hold up, pause.
By who? By who?
By
Why?
Mel. Oh my god! Hi Mel!
Oh wow.
Hi.
Aw. Thank you so much for the raid!
Like,
Purina's mom, yes. Aw, hi!
Stuart Murdoch.
What do you mean I'm
The
sus? What do
vocalist
you
of-
mean? Also, I'm so sorry about my voice. I'm still recovering. I've been
This is
yeah, I know,
it's
I'm
not
sorry.
it's kind of a messy first episode, but it's gonna be
Yeah.
better. Very
Yeah.
hyped
Yeah, no, for
for
sure.
next week for reasons we'll get into later.
Drink tea. Yeah,
But
I should have prepped with some tea. How's your stream? Mal, how's the rest of your stream? Or actually, how's your stream like in general? Because I couldn't be there for most of it. I wish I could. Such an amazing stream. Yeah. I'm so glad to hear that. Congrats once again on 1K followers and on the win. For the awards show.
Yo, you're
real.
yapping too much.
Yeah.
No, dude, I've been raided.
No, you
Chill.
are.
There's, like,
There's an album to discuss.
the album can wait.
No, the album. Your
There's
friends
never too
can
much
wait.
yapping. Yeah.
How about that one?
No, I'm gonna mute you. I'm gonna mute you, Julian.
Shut up.
Fuck you.
Wow.
Wow.
Slap
First
that
episode
guy.
of
Yeah,
drama.
yeah.
The podcast drama first episode.
Yeah. First we got canceled, now there's drama. Damn.
But yeah, thank you again so much for the raid. We are currently discussing a classic album. It's called If You're Feeling Sinister.
By Bell and Sebastian.
Yeah, it's like a chamber pop album.
And
it's really good. You
what I
probably
wanted to
heard
say-
the song. Brooke, sing the.
No.
Sing it.
No.
Sing it.
No.
Sing
Put it
it,
up
sing it. I can't. I would sing it if I didn't sound like
you should
this.
sing it because you should sing it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're the one
Okay.
with the
Am I gonna sing it? Okay. Let me pull up the lyrics.
Oh Jesus Christ. We're cooked.
You've probably heard this song. Wait, what is it? What is it called? Get away from here! I'm dying.
Right Strike first episode. Let's go.
Oh, get me away from here! I'm dying. Oh my god, dude! Oh my god!
You're kind of getting there, but yeah, it's that one.
Play me a song to set me
Anyway,
free.
do you have anything else to say about the album?
wanted
I
to
think it's
say,
fantastic.
what I wanted to say, the songwriter, um, and I think the vocalist Stuart Murdoch, he had like a lot. He had chronic fatigue
Oh
syndrome.
yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, so it's like very long and just like cut off from everything. And I think that kind of reflects through the album and like also through the cover. The cover helps because I think the cover's amazing.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It fits the album so well. It's just it feels like that very melancholy, lonely, well, yeah, loneliness,
Yeah.
isolation.
Yeah, I agree. The isolation he was experiencing, I assume he was experiencing, um, while recording the album, definitely rubs off in the
Squid called
lyrics
you
and in the song.
Satis Burgers? What does that mean?
Um. Anyway, so
What am I?
where would
Shut
you
up!
give this place? If you're feeling sinister.
Yeah, A tier. I mean,
It's
come
an A
on.
tier. It's an A tier album. It's not quite S tier for
Hey.
me.
Yeah,
Um,
but it's a
because
high A tier. It's a pretty fucking high A tier.
it's like
Medium,
Solid
maybe.
A.
I would give
It's
it an F.
medium.
It's
Yeah, like I know. But I say we should give it a high A total.
yeah.
That's fair.
High A.
Yeah, the highest rated one so far. I
See,
think.
see, Monkey, Julian. Sorry. They're saying they love when I yap. Okay, so you should let me.
Yeah, but that's because it's about them. You know.
Yeah, it's biased. That's
It's
how
not as
you're
fun when you
trained,
have to,
but
run the
it's not
podcast with others.
Yap away. Exactly. This is my platform. I'm gonna
Sorry.
silence
1984.
you.
Reynolds.
I'm gonna silence you,
1984.
Julian. I'm the boss. Yes, I'm actually the host of today's episode. It's true.
So
That's
true.
who.
Anyway, now that we've placed
Yeah, what's
that,
what's
Hot
let's
Battered
talk about
Yaps.
what's
Night
new?
Yes,
Palace.
Everyone
we should change
discuss
the
first.
title. We should change the title to Hot Battered Yaps.
Let's talk about Night Palace.
Night Palace,
Yeah.
Mount Erie.
Kinda wanted to
So
talk about
has
that one
anyone
last, but I
heard
just finished.
Mount Erie before in chat? Has anyone heard any Philip Elverum project
You're
before?
going.
The
You're
moment
going.
the moment that they started rating, this is just becoming one of your Twitch streams.
Well, it is this to an extent.
Chat, what did you think of the new Mount
Well,
Erie
it is to an extent. It is with shows to live stream it, so
No,
that's
I'm
what you gotta deal with, bro.
That's kinda true.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. I finished it like half an hour.
Oh wait, hold up.
Or
Leapin. Am I pronouncing your name correctly? You've been lurking in the stream this entire
Yeah.
time.
My.
Oh,
friend.
thank you, man. Thank you for the lurk. Night Palace is the only album here you have any strong feelings on. What do you think about it?
So
Yeah,
I find it hard to summarize my thoughts on this album. It's incredibly dense, and I said this about the lyrics on "If You're Feeling Sinister," but so I'm afraid of sounding a bit like a broken record. But it's incredibly hard for me to parse, as well. It
yeah,
was
that's kind of part of the course for Elfrum's work, I think.
yeah.
It's the same with he's always doing these like little tracks, these little splits of ideas that he's just throwing in there, and they can sometimes be so short, but you can tell there's a lot of idea in what he's trying to do with those tracks, the lyrics, the placement, sounds. He's very good at creating these album worlds, I think.
album world is a good way to describe it. Like
Wait,
all
hold up.
All of his projects are very singular in that they create a world that's there while you're
Very
listening and
unique, but
only
you
while
can
you're
tell it's
listening.
very much the creation of Elverum. Like,
Okay, bye Mo. Bye Mo.
I
I'm
don't
gonna
think
continue yapping. Thank you so much again for the raid, and congrats once again. Yeah, love you. Talk to you later.
all right, but I think most of Elverum's work, like, it feels it's like its own world, but it also feels interconnected and personal. Like, you can tell this is coming from his mind, from what he's going
Yeah,
through,
it's
what is
it's
happening,
kind
and I
of
think
it's kind of like
very much,
an auteur music, if that makes sense.
yeah, yeah,
Um,
it's very much about his like living in nature. 'Cause, like, he grew up in the forest, I think, and nature is always like a big part of his music. From like the wind sounds on this album, very often, or just the tape hiss from his DIY music,
Yeah.
and all the lyrics about woods, forests. Like, he get later on this album, he gets very particular
Hannah.
into colonialism.
Aw. Thank you so much for the resub. Thank you so much. 6 months is
um,
crazy, guys. 6 months subbed is insane. Thank you so much,
Joey,
Anna.
can we do subs and stuff like after a segment?
Yeah, I
Uh,
think because
yeah,
it's
like
kind of
when
now you're just like,
now you're
Chet,
just
this is
like
insane.
Yeah, but I
interrupting us.
have
Chet, this is
to. But I
insane.
have
Did you see
to.
that, Chet?
You,
Chet,
I think you
Chet,
should read.
Chet.
I think you should read them, but I think you should wait until we're done talking about an album. When
Like,
to
not
read them, like
XQC, man.
uh, yeah, like it can wait a few minutes.
Yeah.
No,
Uh,
no. I disagree. I disagree.
uh,
Yeah, it's
Because it's like, that's such
he's a
like.
very
no, I
he's a
mean
very
like
he's a very personally oriented artist, and I think as dense as his work is, it always makes sense, and I think you can tell what he's trying to do, what he's it, it comes together so well, and I think honestly, this is probably my favorite album of the year from what I've heard so far. I love this.
It's your
This is
favorite album of
probably
the
my
year?
favorite work. He's Yeah, so far, and I mean I have a lot of stuff left. It's There's so much that it reminds me of, so much that it plays into in things that I like. I mean, it it's got. I mean, I said this. The opening track sounds like a natural snow buildings cover of Atmosphere
Bye,
by Joy
Mel.
Division,
We'll talk to you later. Enjoy your shower and there's the reading.
and all of it,
um,
all of the tape hiss, all of the noise, all of his feedback usages, the wind sounds, the post rock avant folk guitars. It's it's a combination of what he's been trying to do, and he's so successful
yeah,
at
I agree. It
cre-
does. It feels like a culmination of of his
Bye,
work. It
Anna.
has
I'll talk to you
the
later, Flo.
it has the noise rock
tape
elements
his.
that are in that's in like the lo-fi elements of the Glow Part 2. It has the very personal stripped down parts of I'm forgetting the
A
album's
crow
name.
looked at me.
Yeah, A Crow Looked at Me. Um it has the more rhythmic post rock elements of Mount Eerie, the album. Uh
Yeah, I mean, he is very meta. He's always been very meta.
and
He directly
for me,
references
it does directly
what's the
reference A
track?
Crow Looked at Me.
Yeah,
Um,
my roots are deep. I think it was
yeah.
my roots are
Uh,
deep and strong.
I think it's My Roots Are Strong and Deep, but yeah. Um,
Yeah,
uh,
I think Phil said in an interview that like he didn't mean to make it as like self like referential as it was, but I feel
hey,
like yeah, he said that in an
No,
interview
I
that like
don't buy that at all. I I think it's very directly that he's trying to at least tie his work into himself, into itself. And I
Yeah,
think
I would agree. For
Yeah, but
me,
I feel like maybe
if
maybe
by
it's like a
some
product
miracle,
of like him exploring the same themes and such throughout like a lot of his discography. So maybe it's like kind of like a byproduct of that, and that it kind of
uh,
feels like a
I
combination of
think that
like all of his
it's
ideas
so
and themes he has explored before.
yeah,
yeah, but I think his music is so personal that it comes around to also tackling his own music.
it
And
might be
if by some
accidental.
miracle it is indeed completely accidental that he's doing it, it's genius because he's just it gives so much depth to his music the way that
Yeah.
he's
For me, this kind of mishmash of his previous ideas. At first, when I first listened, it felt very incohesive for me. Like I had a hard time feeling like the album came together much at all. Like the tracks were great individually, but I didn't quite think it worked as a whole. But now that I've simmered on it a bit, and that idea has came to me, it makes sense again. It feels cohesive in a way that it didn't at first, if that
Yeah,
makes sense.
so for
yeah.
me, I kind of went in expecting something as coherent as like say my favorite Phil Elverum project, A Crow Looked at Me, for example. I kind of went in expecting that, seeing like all the praise this had gotten and stuff. But it's not really another Crow or another The Glow Part 2. Um, it's like, to
I
me, it
think
feels
it's
more
pretty
of like a
comparable to the
collage.
glow at least.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe, maybe more so, but it feels like more of like a collage of like different stories and ideas, and I think it works really well in that sense. It feels like really grand in a way. Um,
Yeah.
and especially when like re-listening to certain tracks uh like that, I like warmed up to it a lot, and that idea of it being like more of like a sprawling epic of different um stories and like pieces of lore, um of like of Phil's life and his own dialogue and stuff like that, and I think it does it like fantastically well. I think it's really fucking good.
Yeah, I think his lo-fi aesthetics are the strongest they've ever been on this album. Uh, Personally, um, it's close though. Like I think the Glow Part Two, um, also pretty much nails that aspect. But on here, it it, it comes across like
The the glow part two still that's the difference between the glow part two and this. It's just please say that like tracks like the first couple, I Want Wind to Blow, The Moon, it feels somewhat more rooted in a traditional song structure, I think, in a weird way. It,
yeah. There's
yeah,
a
they have choruses. There's a direct emotional impact that I don't think this stuff is a lot more low key, a lot more letting everything
there's
wash
a thread of
over you until
experimentation here that I really respect. Yeah, it plays with structure a lot, uh,
Yeah,
where it can feel like there's not really much structure to an individual song, but you take like a 4 or 5 track run, and there begins to be a sort of structure. If that makes
yeah,
sense.
yeah. I mean, I think one track that like I really love was I heard Will Stalk. I think I heard Will Sing. I think
Yeah, I think that's
um where yeah like the way he opens that song with it is strong singer songwriter, and then he just delves
have
into
to get
just this
going.
fuzzy tape hiss.
Wish you knew more
Um,
about the
and
albums.
I think
Sadly,
there's
you
a
don't for
song
these
in
ones.
there. It's just almost
we are
inaudible,
we are
which is
gonna
the
talk about the
point,
cure
of course.
next.
The crashing of waves.
If that's something you're interested in.
You could tell what he's trying to convey, and
But yeah,
it's very
I think I'm
textured.
also gonna like
Yeah, I agree.
That's for the whole
like
thing. It's
like let everyone
super
know
textured. It's super dense.
like beforehand.
That,
I mean, we are gonna like announce it
it all
at
comes
like the end of
out. You
every
can feel the
episode too.
forest. You can
What
feel
albums
the
we're gonna listen
forest
to
fires
for the next week.
Well, not forest fires,
Um,
just the campfires he's making.
Uh,
The oceans.
but I'm definitely gonna like put that in the
the
Discord as
sea.
well, so that people can actually listen to the albums
water.
that
I
It's
agree.
you're
You
listening
can
to as well.
feel
Um,
his,
but yeah, bye
his
Thomas. Thank you so much
experiences
for
in his
being
life,
here.
his growing around in nature. It comes across
Yeah.
in the album very clearly.
Take care.
Where do you
I'll
guys
talk to
place
you
this?
later.
And then the fish said no.
The fish that
That's
I
my
do
that's
not
that's that's probably my
The Trap
favorite
Drums jump scare was so crazy.
track. The fish track is so good. That's probably my favorite track. I don't care.
Yeah.
It's funny as it's
It's
so
so
good.
funny, but it's
Great
also like
track.
beautiful.
But it's just so funny that he's just putting those trap drums in the middle,
Yeah.
like a second.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Phil is like
y'all
I
think-
feel like people forget how like funny Phil is.
Yeah, for
Do you
sure.
think? I mean, the track paper. What was it again? The paper towel roll, paper toilet paper roll, or something. I was not expecting that track to be good. And then it's just it's so emotive.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he came from the slacker scene. It was obviously goofy. He came from that punk, and it's all self-aware. It's goofy,
think-
but he's very earnest with it all.
I think
Yeah.
out of all the
First,
albums on this, like, not just on this list, but also out of everything I've heard this year, I feel like this has the most potential to grow on me.
I think
feel
it
like-
has it's not my favorite album of the year, but I think it has the biggest chance of being like a classic canonical album.
Yeah,
of
yeah,
Any album
you know, for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, I feel
I
like I
think-
could
but I think-
like re-listen to this in like 5 years and see it as like a masterpiece. I don't at the moment. I feel like there are way better projects from Phil, but I feel like this could really like grow on me with time, and like really get recontextualized with time as well.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is easily also a high in A tier. This was my favorite album on the list in general.
I am
A-tier
willing to
or
go
A?
A. I'm willing to go A. Actually, yeah.
A? Alright, we're all going A then.
Leapin
Then,
says big
so,
fan of Empty Paper
Chromacopia
Hollow.
or Songs of a Lost World?
Wait, chill. Can you chill, monkey?
Oh
Julian.
yeah.
Let me. So like
If you're gonna talk
can
to
I-
subscribers, then I'm
can I
going
just
to
say
grab
real quick?
something to drink.
wait. Can,
No,
can I
this
just
is
say
this
something?
is
Can I say something?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah,
this
I'm
is
going
a
to
good
I'm
time.
going to grab something to drink.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
No. I want you to fuck you.
What's wrong? What do you want to say?
I
then?
wanted to say something to you guys.
Oh, to us. I thought you wanted
Yeah.
to say something to your
Okay. I'm
Yourself.
not.
Well,
I'm not
eventually. So the thing is that like so like if someone subs, for example, I can simply mute myself in the Discord if I want to say something to the chat, so you don't have to
Yeah.
like
Sure.
yeah
Yeah, that's good. I think we
That
can
works.
do
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah because that's something I
It's
want to
not
do.
interrupting.
If someone chooses
Yeah.
to like fucking spend money on me, whatever, I want to thank them. Like,
Yeah.
you know.
It's
Yeah.
a bit where you're
it
just
was
like,
getting
thank you for the
interrupted, that was-
sub,
yeah.
thank you for the sub, and it just
That's
Yeah,
fine.
and,
like it
yeah.
sounds like
Yeah,
sounds
but
like
also I feel like
It
if you're
just
like
cuts off
if
the
I-
train of thought.
yeah, but also I feel like
Okay.
if a comment you know relates to the album, I feel like that could be fun to read out
Yeah.
loud.
Yeah.
then
No, I
can
agree.
say, yeah, that's why we chose
my-
to Twitch to stream this.
Yeah, my take on that is we should read relevant messages, and the subscriptions and stuff should be read after each album. But if you're going to mute to read them, that's
Yeah.
fine too, as long
Yeah.
as we don't get cut off and we can keep our train of thought running. That's fine.
Yeah, Yeah, no, for sure. So yeah,
Anyway,
Lipin says that
I have
they're a big
to.
fan. Okay.
Sorry, 1 second. I have to go to the bathroom. We're going to talk about Songs of a Lost World after you read this
Yeah,
message.
let me read some comments. Well, yeah. Big fan of Empty Paper Toll Roll. Feels Slacker Rock has always been very strong for you. Yeah, I agree. That's a highlight.
Yep, he's great.
You're just gonna get your bias out of the way. After like 3 listens, it went into your top 20 on your favorite stops. Really? Top 20 all time?
Wow, like, I mean, I guess I'm not big enough of a Phil Elverum. I guess if you're like, I imagine if he's like your favorite songwriter ever, then this would be just incredible. I mean,
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine what an album like this from like Gira would do for me, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I'm also going to.
Okay. Yeah, so like I can totally see why like how this would be someone's like um someone's like favorite album or like up there, you know?
Yeah. My thoughts about the reading while things going is just like if you go to any big stream that has like segments or whatever, they'll
Yeah.
read the donos and chat messages and subscriptions and stuff, but they'll read it after they're done their train of thought, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of what I was thinking. But if you want to read it as it goes, that's fine as long as
Yeah.
you mute so we don't lose our train of thought.
Yeah, no, for sure. That's what I'm gonna do because like especially with like the raid and stuff,
Yeah.
it's like I kind of want to respond to like that, you know.
Uh, we'll talk about that at the end of the episode, Zilla. Mercer.
Yeah.
Anyway, next album. Shall we wait for Julian to come back?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Do you have any other thoughts? Anything to add onto Night Palace?
Um, it really grew on me. I
Yeah,
think I
I was
said
the
this
same.
already, but um, at first I thought it was just good, and then I thought it was very good, and now I think it's great, and I think it will continue to grow on me. Um,
Yeah.
my giving it an 8 is it's probably temporary. I can see it going to a 9 or a 10. Uh,
Yeah, and you gave this a 6 at first, I believe, which is
yeah.
interesting. Yeah. No, but
Um,
it definitely feels like that kind of album, you know. It's definitely a grower, you know. I would like um I could easily see myself bumping this up to like a 9, rather than bringing it down. It's like it's that kind of album. It just gets better with each listen. Um, Leapin says, "Remember me
yeah, we talked
saying that
about
it
it
was
in
just good."
DMs.
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
Uh,
you, yeah, yeah.
uh,
Right, back.
all right. Songs of a Lost World. Let's talk about it.
The Cure,
Uh,
Yeah,
their first
I mean
album
the
after
first
16
album in
years.
16 years.
Yeah,
I mean,
16 years. Was the
it's
wait worth it?
crazy. Like, I mean, all of us were barely conscious when that album came out.
Yeah.
I mean, I was.
Uh, so was the wait worth it?
I think so,
um,
honestly. I mean, this does feel like the album they would make after after 16 years.
It does. I
yeah,
That
I
makes
agree.
agree.
sense.
Yeah,
I think it very quickly hits with like an intentionally ethereal gothic atmosphere,
Yeah,
and
that's
it persists throughout the album, and it's a really strong atmosphere. It's not as strong as on like Disintegration or Pornography. Am I allowed to say that word on Twitch? I think I am.
Yeah.
We're not banned. First episode.
Yeah. um, it's not as strong of an atmosphere as those albums, but it's strong atmosphere and it's established immediately on the opening of Alone,
Yeah.
which
Yeah,
Alone is an incredible track.
it's I love
It's
how
so
just
good.
instrumental the album is. Like Robert Smith just kind of comes in from time to time,
It's kind of like a
drops
jam
lyrics.
band Cure album.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's just mostly just them like dropping these like walls of ethereal goth rock. It feels like there's just a blanket being put over you in forms of sound. I love it.
Yeah.
I love that.
In my opinion, Alone is one of their best songs. It's incredibly emotionally um
Yeah.
hitting,
I
but
see.
it's never saccharine.
See, I have a hard time, like, putting this,
Sorry, I have to be gone
like,
for a couple. I
putting
don't
this
know
against
for
the
how long
wall
now.
with their other works. You know, because it's like they have such a long history, and I have such a long history of like as a listener, to the Cure. So it's like, like Disintegration is like one of my favorite albums ever. Um, and it's
I
like,
didn't know that. I didn't know Disintegration was one of your favorite albums.
yeah, it would be in my top 30 for sure.
Hmm.
Um, I also love Kiss Me, Kiss Me, Kiss Me, and Pornography. Um, Getting dinner. Okay, see you, Lipin. See you.
Um,
So it's like hard for me to like rank it. Do I think it's like, I yeah, I don't know, but it's really great. It's really great, and I feel like it definitely has a place in their discography. Um, which is a huge feat as for like a comeback album in general. Um, because it's not often that you get those.
Julian is going to be gone for a couple minutes. We will keep talking about the album, but
Yeah,
uh, he will be gone for a couple minutes.
yeah,
So a fragile thing. I remember when as a single, it had an issue with the piano sounding very plastic, very
mm.
fake. Uh, I don't know if you had the same experience, but on the single, I thought it sounded very like MIDI, if that makes sense. Um,
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I was not really a fan after Loving Alone. I was kind of
yeah,
disappointed.
but on the album, I think they fixed the issue. It was um, and it sounds really good on the album, in my opinion. And it has a strong place on the album. It's good. I like a fragile thing, and I didn't like it at first. Um, yeah.
Yeah, I have warmed up to it as well. Um, as well as the album as a whole. I think my favorite track is probably End Song.
Yeah. End Song is like a brooding monolith of a song.
It's
Uh,
it's insanely good.
the atmosphere of dread on it is foreboding as hell. Um, yeah. On the album as a whole, there's a persistent theme of like the end of love, uh, like an inevitable approach towards like a breakup or something like that.
Yeah,
And the dread of having to live life alone again, right? And End Song is like the emotional climax of that theme, right?
yeah, no, exactly. It almost to me, it
Uh,
almost feels like it kind of feels like a perfect send off as well for the band in a sense to me.
Yeah.
It's like
I feel like
if this was their last outing, I would be cool with that. Kind
yeah,
of.
I agree.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of Drone No Drone.
Really, I
Um,
love that one.
yeah, to me it feels almost like self-parody at times.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
And the guitar solo, it just isn't
Mm.
very interesting to me. Um, if that makes sense.
Would you say that's the most pornography adjacent song on the album?
Mm, yeah, probably I
Yeah.
would.
Yeah,
But Pornog
yeah, because
one of my favorite Cure albums anyway. I prefer
yeah.
Kiss Me, Kiss Me, Kiss Me, Faith,
Mm.
and Disintegration. Um, but I think pornography is it goes a lot harder on that sort of atmosphere. Um, it's a lot stronger that
Yeah.
way.
No, I agree. But that's again that's why I have like a hard time like comparing this to because because it's very much its own thing. I remember people um when Alone dropped, I remember people being like, "Oh, this is like very Disintegration um or like this sounds kind of like pornography." I've heard like both sides you know. Um
Really, there were people saying Alone sounded
uh
like pornography.
I
I
have
don't
definitely
agree with
heard that.
that
Yeah,
at all.
I've definitely heard that statement. And
I
yes, I disagree. I actually disagree with the Disintegration comparison as well. I feel like it's very
I
much
agree. Yeah.
it's
Um.
like its own thing, and I feel like that's where you kind of have to I feel like that's kind of like the own, like the wrong angle for tackling this album. I feel like it's very
Yeah.
much like a new like a new what's the word I'm looking
For
for?
sure.
Yeah, you get what I'm. Yeah,
I know what you mean. It's a new direction for the Cure.
yeah, yeah,
Um.
absolutely.
What do you think about it in terms of like pop sensibility? In terms of like how accessible it is? To me, I think it might be their least
Yeah,
accessible album.
yeah, I
Other than
agree.
maybe Pornography. I think Pornography is less accessible, more experimental, but um,
I think only time will tell
that's
how
true.
it ages in that regard. But yeah, I think it might be the most least accessible. Yeah,
Um, yeah,
it's very moody. It's very
it's moody, it's slow,
yeah.
it,
It's
it
dark
goes,
even.
it's dark. Yeah, the instrumentals go on and on, in a good way.
Yeah.
What's your The Cure ranking?
That's tough. Can I do a top five?
Yeah, you can.
Uh,
For me, I think it's Disintegration, uh, Faith, Kiss Me, Kiss Me, Kiss Me, Pornography, and then Songs of a Lost World.
I would go. So starting from number five.
I
I
started
would
from number one, but you can start from number five. Yeah.
Faith, Songs of a Lost World. Yes, I think it's that good.
Hello. Sorry. Sorry, I got interrupted by someone.
Welcome back.
And
I'm currently
Welcome back.
ranking my top five The Cure albums. I have
I
Faith at
see.
number five. Then I'm going Songs of a Lost World. Number 3. Fuck, this is where it gets tough. I'm going Pornography number 3. Kiss Me, Kiss Me. Number 2,
And then
number 1,
Disintegration.
Disintegration. Yes.
All right.
Gold.
That's a respectable ranking.
I'd
Thank
go
you.
I'd go 5-1. Let me think. Head in the doorway. What's the album called again?
The Head in the Door. On
Yeah.
the Door.
Head in the door. Songs of a Lost World, Pornography, Kiss Me, Kiss Me, Kiss Me, and Disintegration one. My favorite song by them would be Boys Don't Cry. Still.
Really?
It's kind of the generic option, but it's like it's so perfect in like every way. It's just
A
it's
Forest best song.
I mean,
It's the best
it's
one
really good.
on. It's A Forest is the best one on the Head on the Door, but I don't think anything on the Head on the Door even would hit like top 5 on Disintegration.
yeah. I mean, Pictures of You is like
I think.
definitely second best.
Okay, I also have a generic choice, but fucking Love Song, come on.
I mean, that's
Yeah,
It's
I agree.
it's too good.
It is too
100
good.
Years. 100 Years is great. Um,
Anyway, we're
yeah,
kind of
wow.
waffling about
Yeah,
The Cure now.
let's just go back to we don't
Songs
have
of the
to
Lost
go.
World.
Where were we? We're talking
It's
about
not
like
The Cure week. Um,
it's just like I
uh,
love that how
we
atmospheric
kind
it
of
is. How
had
it's
our conversation mostly already. I was wondering if there's anything in specific you want
it's
to
like
bring up.
it's somber and like it feels like obviously mostly like The Cure, but it reminded me of a lot of other things. I was for some reason reminded of Golf Rock Swans, mainly White Light from the Mouth of Infinity. For some reason, I don't
I can see it when it
particularly.
comes to a couple songs on White Light.
Yeah,
I
like
don't
Um,
Love
know.
Will Save You is the main. Love Will Save You is the main one I was thinking of. It's I love the way that the songs progress. I love the way they um just kind of keep going and going, and it just. I mean, the guitars sound lovely. I mean,
I just have a
particularly
hard
on the
time
second track.
seeing. I just have a hard time seeing Robert Smith and Jira in the same picture. you know.
that's true.
Wait,
Jiro is an interesting fella.
Yeah.
I mean, he really is. I mean, he used to date Madonna.
Is that true?
Wait, really?
Yeah, before she was famous, he used to be in like a relation with Madonna,
That's crazy.
or at least it's alleged. It's alleged. But it seems to be pretty
Like,
backed up. It's on his wiki.
that's
Yeah,
kind
but
of
he's a
wild.
wild guy. I mean, I don't know.
Anyway,
Wow.
where would you place Songs of Lost World?
Yeah, I mean,
I
it's kind of just been. It's already been grown on me. It's easily the album from that I listened to this week that I just kind of wanted to keep revisiting because
agree.
it's easily the one with the um most
Revisit
growing
value.
sound. The most. I mean, obviously, Night Palace is just better, but like the sound here, I want to see what I can find more in it. Like
By the way, yes,
the
Sleepin', you are
lyrics,
missing
the way
out.
that it's flowing, and I
Uh,
really hope. And I can see this like becoming a top 3 Cure, if not my absolute favorite, and
Oh
like one of my
wow.
favorite albums of. Yeah, it's like an 8 out
Yeah,
of
I
10.
mean
It's a B
it's
tier.
definitely like upper half for me in terms of their
uh,
discography.
yeah, I agree. It's
I
definitely
think
upper half.
it's probably gonna be their last. I don't think they're gonna be making more music.
No, and
I
I
kind
think
of hope. I
as I was
kind of
saying
hope.
to sorry.
I kind of hope they don't make any more music. Which
I
sounds
mean
weird
they
because
did title the
I
last song and song.
yeah, because I really
That
like their
plus
music,
the
but um it feels like a good send off to them.
And
Feels like a
song
good
is
send-off.
a perfect swan song in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's a great. It's literally called end song. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't
Where would
think.
you
I
guys
mean, I
place
think
it?
considering this one took 16 years, I don't think Robert Smith has another 16 year. I mean, he might actually. How old is he?
60 something?
Late 60s.
He's not 60.
67, I think.
Not
Let me
60.
Yeah.
check. Robert Smith.
He was born in 1959.
65.
65, yeah.
65. Yeah. I mean, it's not. I mean, okay. He can live another 16 years, but I don't think. I don't know if he's gonna. I mean, oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it-
of
Oh yeah,
course.
it-
That's
on that
it definitely
topic
feels
of
like
his
so.
he
age.
still sounds like he has his old
Yeah.
voice, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was about
it's
to say on the
insane.
topic of his age, he still sounds really young. It's genuinely impressive. I expect him to kind of have an old man voice by now, but he doesn't at all.
Bro's a vampire.
No.
Actually,
He might
vampire.
be.
He might.
It's possible.
He should. I hope he is. I hope he is. That means he's like he lives forever, you know. If there's
Yeah.
anybody I give that to, it's him.
Where would you guys place it? I would place it in A.
Yeah.
It's an
might be.
A, absolutely an A.
All right.
Tier.
A for
For me.
astounding.
True.
I think A
okay.
is. I can accept an A. So
Oh, would you put
last
it in
one.
S?
Chromacopia.
no, I said B tier. I put it in a high B tier.
Oh,
Oh,
you
oh.
give it a B. Okay.
Oh, you were like,
Yeah, high B,
I could
that's
see
what
this
I said.
becoming my favorite. The Q or B, slap it in B. I was like, what the
I
fuck?
could see it. Like I mean, it's a high. It's like a medium, like an 8, low up, medium 8. But I can see it growing and becoming one of my favorite Cure albums. You need to
Okay.
understand, I don't have a single Cure album above a 9. No,
That's crazy.
my highest Cure album would probably be Disintegration at like a high A, and it's accomplishable if you are at a high B,
Mhm.
you know. So
Okay.
from Copia,
Chromacopia.
I thought you
Chromacopia.
couldn't.
I'm sorry.
I thought you couldn't sing. I thought you couldn't sing.
I'm
She was
sorry.
lying.
Wow. Oh well.
Okay.
Um,
Where do we get into it?
I think
Ooh,
this is the best
Yes,
album.
you tired.
I think this is the best
Let me-
album
what?
on this list.
No, no, you
Ain't
don't.
no way.
Nah.
This is the best album on this list.
Nah.
This is top
The
3 of the year.
glazing is crazy.
The glaze is
It's
crazy.
No, but you have to understand.
Hard.
But you have to understand. How many times have you guys listened to this album?
3 now, I think.
Yeah, you've heard it fucking once, monkey. Shut the fuck up.
That's
So
true.
I was sorry that I couldn't
Julian
form
has
my
heard it
thoughts
once.
about once. Maybe if I had a reason to listen to it again.
Yeah, the snippets. So
listen
like,
to it, yeah.
the thing is, I am a Tyler fan.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I'm exaggerating here because I actually do like the album. I mean, I'm not gonna say that I didn't like it. I liked it.
Yeah, and
I
so
don't know.
like
All
for me,
right.
like I'm a. Oh, actually, can I say this or am I gonna get cancelled?
I don't know what you mean. So just say it.
Okay. Let me. Okay. So hear me out.
First of all, I have nothing. I have nothing against.
No. But like I'm kind of like I'm kind of like a goblin defender, but not like.
No, Sean.
But no. hear me out. I don't mean like in terms of the contents of the album. I think it's like pretty
That's
cringe.
probably the most interesting thing about the album. In a weird,
No,
like,
but like sonically it's like pretty interesting.
I mean, it's kind of a horrorcore project, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, Chromacopia. I feel like he doesn't really progress sonically here at all. It feels like he's repeating stuff he's already treaded on either Igor or Call Me If You Get Lost.
See,
Uh,
I've seen people
I
call
agree
this.
with that. I think it's I think it's a more rap. It's a more rap Igor. I have not heard I haven't heard "Call Me If You Get Lost" in like
Yeah, so like
ages. Same
yeah,
with
so like
Flower Boy,
Igor.
but it does feel less lush. Well, lush is actually because there are a lot of, but it feels more rooted in hip hop, and he's obviously aiming more towards hip hop, and
Yeah, but
he's kind of
it also has like
stripping back some of
sprinkles
the
of Igor.
R&B less for the choruses,
Does
and
it sample
I think it
Igor?
works. I think it works, but I'd rather he kind of progress in a way that built upon the R&B stuff instead of kind of seeing how he could just go back to hip hop. No,
Yeah, but
Yeah,
no,
I
but I don't think
agree.
this is.
I
I don't think. No, because like "Call Me If You Get Lost" was like the rap comeback album. That's like purely hip hop. This to me feels more of
yeah.
like a fusion of like
Yeah, no,
Igor.
that's what I was saying. It
Yeah,
feels like a fusion of Call Me If You Get Lost and Igor,
yeah,
but um, I think it's just worse than Igor. Like,
yeah. But
eh,
it's also like way differently thematically from anything he's ever done.
that's very obvious. But I mean, I don't know if that
Cause like it's
really
like way
is
more of like this to me and like you know
a very
um
introspective album. I mean,
yeah, it is. I've heard people refer to this as Tyler's Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, and I kind of don't disagree.
that's not,
I haven't heard Mr. Morale, to be
I don't
honest.
know if that's a really like the great praise because like Mr. Morale kind of I haven't like heard that one like ever, not a single track, but it like apparently it's Kendrick's most introspective, but is it really his best? You know, kind of the way,
Yeah, but
and
to
that's
me,
kind of the way that
Chromacopia.
Price here. You know, this is Tyler's most introspective, but it's not Tyler's most interesting, and not. And I
I
also
think
think
it's
Yeah, I
up there.
feel
I
like
think it's up there for sure. Like for me personally,
I like it more
and
than Call Me If You Get Lost. I think it's more interesting sonically than Call Me If You Get
yeah,
Lost.
for sure.
I, um,
But
but
this is
definitely not more than
also
Igor. Igor felt fresh. It felt new. It was like it was kind of a revelation, if
yeah.
that makes sense.
yeah,
This
I mean,
just
I
feels
think it's one of those albums that like
watered down.
Igor like feels like one of those albums that you now see like everybody praising. It's like I have classmates who just fucking love that album,
Yeah, but
and I get
Igor.
it.
Yeah, but Igor is
So
like. Yeah, but Igor is. But like even Tyler can make another Igor. It's like
that's
Yeah,
the
Igor
no,
thing.
you can.
exists within its
That's
own
why I
bubble.
didn't watch.
Yeah, he's what
No,
he
Igor
peaked.
exists within its
I mean,
own
he's very
bubble.
close to perfection.
No, but
he
like,
made
I think he can.
and like the thing with Tyler is that like every album of his sounds completely different, um,
I disagree with that. I don't
from
think
like the
this
next.
I
I
don't think
I
that.
also
I
disagree.
disagree with that. Like you can clearly hear like something from
You
Tyler.
can you
Like I
can
feel like
definitely hear the line from Igor and Call Me If You Get Lost in this album, for sure.
yeah,
Like
and Come
it
and even
feels.
Flower Boy arguably. I feel like
Yeah,
it,
I don't
yeah.
know about Flower Boy. It
Wait,
doesn't
I
wait,
feel
don't
what
that.
do
remember.
you
I don't
mean?
remember a lot about that one, but that's a good album.
Yeah,
No,
that's
I
a good
like
album.
Flower Boy. I meant like I don't know if I can hear Flower Boy that much in
Yeah,
Chromacopia.
no, I get it. I get what you
Um.
mean.
No, but to me,
Uh.
this is like the first mm, album of Tyler's where it feels like it kind of feels like yeah, it's introspective, and so that's like kind of like mirrored in like how it how it sounds.
Uh.
Yeah,
We're
sort of.
talking about it being introspective. Let's talk about the themes a bit.
Yeah,
Um.
Yeah,
I
it's
think it's
obviously about like
I.
beautiful.
It's
reflecting on like
not.
past
It's not
relations, his
subtle
career.
at all. It's
Yep.
and that's fine. It
Wow,
doesn't have
he
to be
called the
subtle.
track Noise. He called the track Noise.
That's a great
Yeah. It.
track.
I mean, yes, once I mean, he did once admit that he like got almost in like a car accident listening to Death Grip. So you know where he got that from?
Classic Julian finding every way to reference
Yes,
Death Note since the
obligatory
beginning.
Death Grips reference, but I can't not reference it. I mean, I mean, it's pretty directly that why. Okay, well, that's not exactly like you could It's probably why he called it Noid, I think. Who knows?
No, but to
I mean,
me,
I
this
don't
is
think
like,
I don't
I don't
think
know.
it's
I
as
think it's
I think it's not
like
as consistent with the teams. Like
no, but it's
Yeah,
but it isn't the
Igor
same.
was
It's not
pretty
like yeah, but Igor was like
Igor
way
was almost
more.
cinematically uh, Igor was almost cinematically sequenced, you know? You could
Yeah,
clearly see
yeah, and
how every
this
track
isn't like
built
that.
upon the last.
But it doesn't
No, it's not.
try. Yeah, yeah, no, but
No,
it
it
doesn't
doesn't
I
do this.
agree.
try, but I think the way
Um,
what it does try,
I
it doesn't
feel like
actually affect. A lot of the tracks just
yeah,
go into each other. They transition into each other. You should be able to see how the tracks build upon one another. So why does he
I
not do that?
agree.
Yeah, but it's
There's a lot of tracks.
no, but it's
Uh,
about a lot of different things. But they all,
I
Yeah, no, and that's fine. That's
but
fine.
they all have in common what all of the themes and different like snippets into Tyler's thought of mind, like what they all have in common is that like his like transition from his like 20s to his 30s. That's like what the like it's a fucking coming of age album, of like accepting
Yeah.
yourself and like just like taking your mask off, for as like cliche as that sounds, that's like what it is about.
Yeah.
And I think that's like fucking like really beautiful. And like it's like about of like a lot of things. And it's about Tyler like um grappling with his like his needs, his desires of like, for example, on a J on a sorry, on a song like Hey Jane, where um it's a song of two perspectives about like an ex lover of his who uh,
When that just directly
who made
felt like a
pregnant, um, and it's like yeah, and it's later, and it's actually later revealed in another song, which like to me is subtle. I don't know if you guys noticed, but he revealed like subtly in another song that like yes, they did in fact have an abortion. Um, because of like his fears of being a parent, and that kind of like
I caught that.
leads,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, and
Um,
it's like so like it's like to me it's like you know they you know it might not be like a chronological like cinematic, like it might not have that type of storytelling from like Igor, but it's like it's like a different form of um,
I've
uh,
been trying to say this for a while. I think that yes, it's a different form of storytelling. I'm not sure if it entirely works, mainly because there's a lot of tracks that feel like they could be cut. Not a
Yep.
lot, but
That's I mean,
a
I'm
couple
not gonna
tracks
sit here
that
and
feel
tell
like
you
they
that
could
the
be cut
it feels
because
like
they don't serve much of a point to those themes. Like I feel like it could be a much tighter uh, album thematically without like Sticky or
yes,
I fucking love
Ratata.
Sticky.
I mean, don't get me wrong here. I think the fun tracks are fun. Like I enjoyed listening. I liked Ratata. It almost sound it 3 6 Mafia vibes weirdly in a weird way.
Okay.
Not even in the Memphis rap way. Just like the way that that song progresses, the synth. It's yeah. I think it's a great track. It's a good song.
So
But
like to me why those so like I totally get it. Like to me and like for me after like listening to it like at least a dozen times at this point, fucking call me a glazer at this point, like but like I you know I really love this album, and like to me it's like more than anything it's like the thing I take away from what it's trying to achieve is that it's like uplifting. That's like the main emotion I feel um,
for me
coming
the
off of this
main thing
album,
for me
and
for
that's
me
why and and that's why songs like Sticky and Balloon, for example, work so well, because it's Tyler, you know, it's Tyler on one track dealing with his like distant relationship with his dad, or his like fear of being a parent, with also like just just living in the moment, and it's like that like um, dynamic works really well for me. Uh, yeah, I don't know.
For me,
yeah,
you see, the reason that doesn't work for me is because for me, I'm saying for me a lot. I hate to sound like a broken record. Um, the main emotion that permeates for me is regret. Regret for his past misogyny, regret for his distant
Yeah, yeah.
relationship with his dad, etc., etc. So having these fun tracks that aren't really thematically useful feels almost disrespectful to the themes present throughout the rest of the album. It doesn't. It makes it so there's no room for them to permeate and to
See
simmer.
what really
I
sells it for
agree,
me.
but
What really
but
sells it
mainly
for
what
me is is in the last track near the end where because we get a lot of snippets from his own mother on the album, um, which by the way I
like
think
the
it works really well.
one about like the one on Sticky.
Wait, what?
Isn't that isn't the intro of Sticky a snippet from his mom? Am I misremembering?
I think there might be.
I
I don't
mean,
know.
if I think,
I think most of the tracks do, but like
I mean, I think they
what really
kind
sells
of
it for
hit a
me
bit
is
too.
that like his her like monologue on the lost track where she's like crying out of like she's like crying happy tears and like telling Tyler like how much like how like proud of him she is, and like that kind of like just sells it for me of like oh like um it's like not even coming from Tyler himself, but it's coming from his mother, seeing of like seeing how much he has evolved as like a person, and like that's what drives him to like be a better person, and like to like see the response of like the ones around him is that like that's what drives him, and that's why a track like Balloon where he's like fucking just like celebrating his own self and identity, um and his like sexuality and whatever else it might be, that's like why it works for me. And it's like yeah it just like and like that ties in with my favorite track on the album, Take Your Mask Off, which is like that's a dark track with like dark subject matters, with three stories of one of like a thug, um, for example, who's like trying to you know is like kind of like did that as a choice, um, but also like a
I will.
closeted gay man, and also like about like a mom of three kids, uh, who like kind of wishes that she could go back in time and live a different life entirely, um, and so like for the album to have that but also be happy further, uh, like proves my point of it being like um, you know like an album to like inspire people to actually live as their true selves, and I just
I
find that really beautiful. And like the
you somewhat
chaoticness of the
convinced
album.
me.
I'm
Um,
sorry for yapping,
it's alright.
but it's like
You somewhat
I
convinced
love it so
me.
much.
Um, that has made me think about it more and like those tracks a little more. But I still do have problems with those with a couple tracks like I Killed You and Sticky. I think they just don't sound very good. But I can see
I
that
get the point, and I think, I mean, he
thematically
has been
at least
able to work
now.
these funner, more fun tracks into the album much better. I think. I mean, on Igor, you got Puppet or New Magic Wand.
Puppet is
Those
not
tracks
fun.
feel like they're what?
Puppet
Puppet?
is actually like pretty
Oh,
depressing.
I don't. Maybe I got the wrong track.
It's about
I
like it's about like power dynamics in a relationship,
yeah
and
no
how like he's
yeah,
being
but
like
like
controlled
all the
by
tracks
his
on
partner.
all those tracks about it, but like they sound fun. He's doing something fun. I mean, tracks can be fun and be about something dark. Like I mean, the main
Yeah, but that's
album.
what I'm
Yeah,
trying
now
to
that I'm thinking
say.
about
This
like
album is not just dark because it's as much of like it's as much about like uh, repressing like like once repressing your own your own identity as much as it is about celebrating your identity. and your true self, and that's why it works for me. It's supposed to be that way, I feel, because it wouldn't work otherwise.
I get your point. I think, although
Yeah,
I still,
I understand. It has your Yap has made me like the album a little more.
Oh, hell yeah.
I think.
yeah,
Uh,
you make a convincing argument, even if I think the track can be kind of out of place. I mean, it's a song called Sticky. I mean, come on, you know, it's got
Yeah,
Lil Wayne and
monogamy, that
Sexy
shit
Red
is
on
not
it.
for me.
Lil Wayne, Sexy Red, Glorilla, and it fucking
Yeah.
slaps.
Monogamy, that shit is not for me.
Mm. I mean, I
I love
actually
that
think
song.
Darling Eye is the best song. I mean, Darling Eye is my favorite song on the album.
It's so good.
I think it's a great song.
Anyway, I think that about wraps it up. Where would you guys place this?
I mean, for me, it's
I'm
nice.
going with I'm going for medium beat here. I'm fine with a medium beat.
I agree.
So what would that
What about you?
translate to?
Higher B,
Like
lower A.
6 for me.
I think a 7
low.
for me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a 10.
And
It's a 10 for
kinda,
me. It's like
I will say, I
it's a
think near
personal
the
favorite.
end, it
So,
kind of.
do you think it's an S?
I think it doesn't sound like
Yeah, it's an S for
It
me.
doesn't sound like 50 minutes at all. That's one thing I will say. It flies by.
It does. It does.
In a mostly good way. I think he knows how to pace his albums, and this does not feel like 50 minutes. He's, quick. Knows what he's doing. That's the best way I
So
could put
yeah,
it.
I
In
get that
way.
this, you know,
His album creating skills are still there from Igor, from Flower Boy, from Call Me If
yeah,
You Get Lost. What I remember from that.
yeah, and I just simply
Um,
love how personal he gets. It's not even like so is Igor, um, but it's but it kind of has that like theatrical, kind of like cinematic, like filter, and it's like features Igor, who is like a fictionalized um, version of of his like alter ego or whatever. Um, but it's like on this album he doesn't do that. He's like getting like super
he's
real.
himself. Is what you
Yeah,
want to say.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to show the average placement tier list? I posted
Yeah. Let
it
me
in
let me let
the
me
group chat.
yeah let me pull it up on on screen here.
Where are you gonna pull it up actually? Just gonna pull up the chat or something?
I imagine you're gonna
No,
Do
download.
not leak the chat. Do
it.
not leak the chat.
No. I'm gonna um like copy the link and yeah I'm gonna like use a browser and just like share that.
Yep.
It's cool. It's fine.
Um,
I'm not gonna leak our chats.
while
Don't
we're
worry.
busy with that, yeah, we gotta decide the next classic album, and also, and, and that's the
Okay,
turn
so
off. I think Joy, right? That's Joy's turn
Yeah,
for
it's
that
my
day.
turn. Yeah.
so hold on. The next albums, next episode, we will cover the new Opeth,
The
the new Father John Misty, the new Poppy, the new Painkiller, and the new Violet Pony. We will also be covering the discography of Death, the death metal band.
yeah. I'm
Uh,
so hyped. I can't tell you how hyped I am for this.
Oh, you posted it
um,
as a picture? Okay. Okay, so I'll just like pull that up.
I'm finally
uh,
listening to all the demos.
and we will also be listening to Joy's classic album pick,
Yeah,
which
I mean, not
I'm
just
gonna give you that in a
I don't know
minute.
what
I'm
it
gonna
is.
give you that in a minute.
album at this point. I think we should
I
just call
think I
it
know which
album.
one. Yeah, but this one is a classic. That I'm gonna pick. It's a classic for sure, I would say. Um
Well,
I'm gonna pull up the tier list first. Leapin says you'll be very slightly more knowledgeable on the Death Discog since you've heard a whole one of their albums. Yeah, I've also only heard one. I've only heard Symbolic, so I'm interested to hear the others.
Wow. I thought you had heard
You
of
ever heard
more
Human?
actually.
Yeah,
I've
I
only
thought
heard
you
Symbolic.
Yeah,
heard
like it's
Human.
30 minutes. Come on, it's 30 minutes. Go listen to it. No?
I'm
She
gonna.
will.
I'm gonna.
I mean, what are you doing with your life if you haven't heard the whole Death discography? No, nothing. There's nothing better to do with your time, actually.
Deleting the 13 pages of notes I have.
I mean, also, I don't know if you guys want to, but who wants to join me for the Mutilation and Death by Metal demo?
Here's a tier list.
Specifically,
No, this is
specifically the Death
fucking.
by.
This is fucking different. Jesus
Well,
Christ.
join me. I said join me, but like we're also gonna be. I want to also cover the Death
I
by
fucking
Metal
accidentally
and-
pulled up. I accidentally pulled up a fucking Dark Souls tier list.
Wow, classic Joy. No, but I think we should
Classic.
cover the I think we should cover the Death by Metal demo at least, because
Yeah, we will.
that's like
Here it is.
I'll make up the
the
list
first
of
ever
the
death metal
albums.
release.
So here's our tier
the
list
first
of
Death
all
Metal.
the albums we listened to.
So how are we feeling about the tier list? Any?
I'm pretty happy with it. I think it's funny that like everything below the top 5 is just Machine Girls. They did.
Yeah, I think this is cool.
I will be publishing a rate your music list. With the stats. Not long after the episode.
Okay, my classic.
I think we saw it here. Oh wait, yeah, your classic.
I'm okay. So I'm gonna so my process of like choosing an album, you know, this album, like I've only listened to this a couple times, and just like recently I did. But I think it's like incredible, and it really like clicked with me, and I'm interested to like go more deeply into like themes and such, and like so I'm not sure how much of like a discussion in that sense it will like warrant, but we'll see. I guess, you know, it doesn't have to be like fucking like deepest shit ever. My pick for the classic album is Voodoo by D'Angelo.
All right.
Ooh, all right. I got that one on CD actually.
Hell yeah.
I'm
hell
excited to
yeah.
revisit that one. I like that one. I like that. Yeah. I'm already.
I haven't heard
Is that a good pick?
Yeah, it is.
You'll see.
I haven't heard it.
You'll see. You'll see. I think it's a good pick. I got some things to discuss with that one.
Yeah.
A lot to say about
All
it.
right. So that was episode 1. Very messy.
Yeah.
For our first episode, but we have a structure down now, and we've come to a conclusion about like what to do with the chat and stuff, which we didn't have at start.
Yeah.
Which was the cause of a lot of the messiness.
Yeah, but I think it worked
we
fine
have-
still. I had a lot of fun too.
It should work fine now. Next episode should be a lot cleaner.
Also, we're gonna have a
That'll be
logo
in
soon.
2 weeks.
It'll be in 2 weeks.
The
Same
24th of November
2024.
2024, you know?
Oh, thank you so much for the follow, Lipin. Thank you.
Can't wait. And
This was quite fun to listen to.
yeah.
Might try to make it onto the next episode. Hell yeah. It was fun to have you around. Fun to hear your side of it as well. Thank you so much for being
fun
here.
to hear
Alright.
more people.
I guess we should end in like 5 seconds or whatever. It was a fun time.
Ciao.
It was, yeah.
Excited
Good day, everyone.
See
Or
you
good night.
guys
It's
next time.
post 12. We've been talking for like 3 hours now?
2.5 hours. Almost there.
Almost 3 hours. Yeah. But yeah,
Alright.
we'll see you
That's a good
guys. Yeah, we'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Same day, same time. Have a good one, y'all.
Yep.
Good day, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.